Welcome, everyone, to the Four Post Massacre Podcast number 9. We are getting close to 10 episodes of this shit. I didn't even think we last to 3. I am, of course, the host of this unfortunate affair. You could simply call me Zaya. With me is Adam Jackpot, because I know he's going to have some stupid nickname for me this week.
That's right. You're looking at Chief Keith J. Strongbow here this week.
I'm sorry.
God. How does it get worse? How does it get worse? Alright. And by the laugh, as you heard, we've got a special guest with us here. He was technically on one of the episodes of Four Post Massacre Podcast, but he wasn't supposed to be. He was kind of replacing Jacob, who had to go to bed early. But he's getting a full guest appearance here on this show. He is none other than the one and only Crim Rocker.
Hello.
We had to get...
Hijacking cunt.
What?
Well, we'll move on.
We had to get the younger audience here for the Four Post Massacre Podcast, considering that most of our guests consist of fucking 20-somethings. Ain't that right? Ain't that right, Jackpot?
Where are you going with this?
Where are you? I'm saying that you're old, dude. We need more. We need more Gen Z on this podcast.
Well, we need the youth, because the youth...
Yeah, we need more Gen Z humor. Like Garganos.
We
real one to get that reference.
Well, go ahead, Zaya. Ask the same question you always do.
So, Crim, I gotta ask you, what is your all-around knowledge of professional wrestling?
I think I have a pretty good understanding of wrestling. I know a lot. For a kid my age, I probably know more than I should.
So would you say you're an avid watcher, like you watch wrestling frequently throughout your day?
Yes, I do.
Nice. Because this is exactly what we're going to need. We need some young, fresh opinions on these shows and not more opinions from people our age. We got to connect to our younger audience here, people. We gotta
younger demographic.
We need to know what the kids are watching these days.
What do you like these days, kids?
You know,
most of them will probably say Fortnite, knowing them, but...
You know, with the TikTok and the sheesh and all that garbage.
Yeah.
Adam, you've got nothing to add to this?
No, I'm gonna let you guys keep going. That's fine with me. I'm just
if you want a younger demographic,
make a fool of yourself. Make a fool of yourself. Go right ahead. I'm not getting involved in this.
I always make a fool out of myself.
Well, no, you're allowed to. The other one, on the other hand, is supposed to be the host of this, but I'm the one that gets all the ooh-da-doo-da-doo-da-doo. I'm the professional of the team.
Well, you know what they say. I don't know what they say, but we are the only thing professional about this podcast is the wrestling. As we get,
and there's a lot of it.
Yeah,
this episode 3. A count of 3 scoops of wrestling content for you this week. We're not gonna. We do have our 4th post. It'll be the wrestling news section. I don't know if we have a lot of news this week, but 3 of your posts all got big names on those corners, because we got Dynamite.
Yep.
We got TNA or Impact. I'm calling it TNA.
Yep.
We got Slammiversary to review. We got WWE Money in the Bank to review. So let's not dilly-dally any longer, because you in for a long one, boys.
It's
go. Time to review some wrestling.
And let's
go.
And we're gonna start off with our AEW Dynamite review.
Dynamite. Revolution down, da. Bright the broom.
Break the boom.
Break the fuse. Dusty Rhodes is my dad.
What?
Thunder boom.
Thunder boom.
No, absolutely not.
My beautiful black and white daughter. Break the boom. Light the fuse. Dynamite.
So, Cody Rhodes, the father of liberty.
Shut up. AEW Fyter Fest Night 1 is being held Cedar Park, Texas, I believe.
And my God, was this crowd on fire.
Oh my God, this might have been like the most hype crowd this entire week.
Not just in the crowd, but, one of the best top-to-bottom dynamites.
This show was very fucking good. Like, legit.
This was very good.
All-timer AEW episode.
I have to agree.
And we kick it right off with a banger. We got IWGP US title because, IWGP, the greatest wrestling company in the world, as Jim Ross told us. Jon Moxley is back. He's coming out. We got Eddie Kingston, Wild Thing. The crowd is eating it up, and he's taking on the Machine Gun, Carl Anderson, Don Callis in his corner, and nobody else.
No, come on, dude. You're gonna have to talk about him when the Slammiversary review comes, because I'm gonna be all on that shit. So Mox.
Wait, what about Luke Gallows?
That's Big LG. Big LG.
No.
Captain Dangly, brother.
No.
So Mox comes out. He's with Eddie Kingston. Gets a monster reaction. Like, I'm talking, like, you could have sworn, like, he was, like, a fucking hero to these people, by the way that this crowd is reacting. They come in, he's looking old as fuck. I guess the side effects...
He's been playing daddy.
Yeah, I was about to say, side effects of being a new dad, it seems.
He's got a whole new, he shaved his head. Got a little bit of a dad stomach. He must have been drinking some beers. But hopefully, he'll be getting back into shape. Obviously, brand new baby.
And out comes...
Congratulations to him.
Out comes Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows.
Some fan gets his ass kicked by Eddie Kingston.
Captain Dangly. The Big LG. We'll talk more about him when we get to our Slammiversary review. But, basically...
Well, Big LG.
No interference in this match guaranteed. Kingston pretty much takes out Doc before the match even starts.
Even though he did nothing wrong when they came out.
He knew.
Look, we can't always control what Captain Dangly's going to do, alright? Eddie Kingston knew that...
He's a dangerous man.
That man and his dangling belt dick... We're in trouble. What?
Look at the size of that gimmick!
God damn it.
Yeah, I guess we're not getting ads on this.
So, this match basically starts out, like, they're just already, like, out of the gate. They're just hitting bombs with each other. There's a straight-up forearm exchange to start out this match. Pretty cool. Fucking Carl Anderson hits, like, a sick... fucking boot of doom while Moxley's on the apron, sends him to the barricade. I thought that was cool. Carl Anderson pretty much giving his best singles performance probably since leaving New Japan to go to WWE. Like, he was really looking to prove something here tonight.
Carl Anderson is the kind of guy that when he wants to be motivated, he can put on some really good stuff. And clearly, we know from what he's said in the past and how WWE kind of almost pretty much killed his love for this. It's nice to see that stuff like AEW and, Impact and them going back to New Japan, at least in the States right now, he's been revigorated. And this match could tell.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely agree. Carl Anderson ain't no fucking slouch, Brand.
No.
Never was.
Unlike his partner.
Hey, you show some respect to the 3-time IWGP Tag Team Champion, now 2-time.
It was the only tag team they had.
But the gimmick, the size of it.
The gimmick, Adam.
The amount of mass it has.
So, to completely ignore what they're saying, Carl Anderson in this match hits a beautiful cutter off the top rope.
He hit a lot of cutters. He hit the gun stun like
I don't know
3 different
how
times.
He gets that cutter. How he gets that cutter off the top rope so perfectly, like knowing that it's like the synergy with your opponent, like that could go horribly wrong.
I know, I was kind of hoping Carl would win, but I wasn't too mad when he lost.
Especially after what they pretty much had afterwards, like immediately.
Yeah.
But, so, match basically goes, Carl Anderson hits a bunch of stun guns on Moxley, but he can't put him away. Moxley hit him with a superplex, then went to go hit the paradigm shift for the victory. And Moxley retains the IWGP United States Championship, and then we're good. You know, Moxley retains his belt.
Wow,
He's done for the week, or so we fucking thought, because like literally right after the match ends, we got a backstage promo with Lance Archer. And apparently he's going after the IWGP United States Championship. And not only that,
he remembers New Japan. And he remembers when he lost the title at Wrestle Kingdom, and he wants to run it back.
And
probably win it.
And we are going to run it back. Texas Deathmatch.
Next week. This week. Fyter Fest Night 2. This came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it wasn't. I've been wondering, hey, what's next for Big Lance Archer after the mural fight, and then him continuing to do his whole I beat up jobbers thing, and then the Dan Lambert thing last week. All right, sure. I hope he wins. I really do hope he wins. Because I could see, the New Japan deal is good now. Whereas the knowledge that we know. You got Rampage coming up in a few weeks. I could see maybe the U.S. title becomes maybe a bit of a focal point for that show. Instead of having to introduce a new belt, just give praise to the ones that already exist.
This is a two-way road for me, because on one hand, the fact that Jon Moxley won the title back beating Archer, to hold it this long just for Archer to beat him for it, doesn't really, that thought doesn't sit right with me. But on the other hand, it's like what Adam said, it gets the U.S. title some more love if they put it on Rampage. So honestly, it could go either way.
I just think that Archer has to win this. I don't think there's very much of a choice. They don't really have much for him, or it seems like they don't have much for him. So giving him this belt, letting that be New Japan's whole deal, I feel like that's best. Like, he has to win this match. Moxley's not 100%. He can afford the loss. Archer really needs something. After that, though, we get a backstage promo with Andrade. And
this was the best thing he's done in his small career so far. Was this one little backstage promo.
I was about to say he didn't say much.
He didn't say much, but what he did say has me more intrigued than what he's already been doing. That's pretty much being like, so, he was with Alex, right? He was being interviewed by Alex Abrahantes, and he says, Alex, what is this picture of? And it's the Death Triangle.
It's the Death Triangle.
And Andrade is like, where is Death Triangle? I want to talk to them. What happened to them? Where are they? Let them know El Idolo is looking for them. Oh my god, matches?
Are you sure it's going to be him fighting Death Triangle, or is he recruiting?
If it's anything, this has been the criticisms already. I don't necessarily like the idea of let's just flip-flop the Lucha Brothers with a different, main guy. But, this is going to be leading to something between him and Pac. Which, again, Pac and Andrade, oh my god. I'm interested. I'm interested. This is more interesting than Vicky wasn't with him, thank goodness.
Did he really need Vicky?
No.
Was Vicky really necessary?
So, again, short, sweet. I'm intrigued. Let's see what happens. We'll do follow-up. I bet something will be followed up on this probably this week.
Yeah, hopefully.
But that's it.
Yeah.
Two quick interviews back-to-back and a great opening contest right in to the next match. It's the FTW World title is on the line as the Machine, Brian Cage, takes on the returning Absolute Ricky Starks, at least to the in-ring. And what a massive pop this man gets in, I believe his home state is Texas.
Yeah,
he bills himself from somewhere else.
Yeah, he's not from this city, but he is from Texas.
This match was good, very good.
Really, it's pretty good.
And then a very interesting ending.
I don't know, I feel like everyone really should have saw that ending coming.
No, that's fine, but as we'll mention, going through this, there's a very interesting moment that plays before the ending that's very confusing.
So, this match basically goes like Ricky's the shit heel. You know, he's just trying to get away from Bryan as much as possible. I thought the match itself started off pretty sloppy, but I think that's Ricky he's got ring rust, obviously. He's coming off of an injury. He hasn't been in the ring at all in like months. So that's understandable. He gets into the match later, and he starts to really pick up pace, so that's good. He was able to hit a sick-ass Liger bomb on Cage that looked pretty damn good. Cage, I don't think anybody at this point needs to tell you, he's pretty much a freak of nature. He was pretty much tossing Ricky like he was nothing throughout the match. Hit a sick-ass Falcon Arrow at one point. Some close near falls in this one. Like, they wanted to really sell you that, maybe Ricky's gonna beat him cleanly, but of course that was never going to be the case because Ricky tries to go for the FTW title, but no, Powerhouse Hobbs takes the belt away. He's like, come on, man.
Yeah, see that right there, and then what happens at the end is confusing.
So Cage takes advantage. He catches Ricky off guard, sets him up for the discus lariat, but he ducks. Ricky ducks. The referee's distracted by Hook at this point. Hobbs bashes Cage with the belt. Ricky hits the spear, the 1-2-3, new FTW World Champion, and I believe
reaction.
Yeah, it's just absolutely like a hero's reaction, like legitimately, like the biggest babyface reaction they could have gotten.
But let me get into this ending because Ricky tries to get the belt, and Hobbs says no.
Yeah,
but then Hobbs still helps Ricky win.
Yeah.
So why?
He was in on it.
It was a ploy. That's not how it was, but that wasn't portrayed very well on TV.
I guess it was like to set some illusion, like just to think that, maybe this is going to be an even fight.
They were out there to make sure that Ricky wasn't cheating, and then at the end, they cheated over Cage because they were all in cahoots. This is every wrestling match ever, Adam.
But I think it was the wrong... I said last week that I thought it would have been better for Ricky to be the one that gets kicked out of the group, because he has, in my mind, the more babyface star-making potential. It's a little mini Rocky Maivia right here. But Cage is the one that gets kicked out, and Cage is the one who needs the most help when it comes to promos and junk.
Look.
I don't know. I mean, look, I love the fact Ricky won FTW champion. That's awesome. I kind of would have swapped it.
Look, the story of it has always been Cage is getting sick of Team Taz. And he's sick of them getting in his shit. He's sick of them always being involved in his matches. So, I don't know how this thing could have turned out any different. I would get people like thinking, it's probably too predictable, but this is the story that they set up from like the very beginning. So I didn't have a problem with this.
If I can lay my point in, I'm gonna be honest, haven't liked Team Taz, never have, never will. I didn't hate them at first, started disliking them in the Sting and Darby feud. I'll get more on that later, and when this happened, I was just kinda because I didn't really care too much. Now this whole Brian Cage thing, I hope it leads to something, but I'll just wait and see where it goes from there.
Which is pretty much the whole thing. Like, where does this go for Cage? Where does this go for Starks? Is Cage just going to be feuding with Team Taz for a little bit? And if he does, what is the end game? I guess and
most importantly, what about Hook?
Oh my god.
What about Hook?
What about Hook?
What about Hook?
Exactly. What about Hook?
Alright, I'm going on to the next segment because after that...
yeah! It's the savior of wrestling.
So we pretty much we cut to the announce table. They're talking about how badly Cage was screwed over when out of nowhere, Cody comes from, I guess, backstage. I guess he was just now getting very
Cody
angry.
comes backstage acting like an angry teacher, saying, Malachi, we don't do that.
We don't do that here. This is
We
bad.
don't do that here.
Bad.
We
You
don't
are
do that here.
back Malachi Black. You go into timeout. No, fuck timeout. I want you to fight me like a man. This is Fyter Fest, and I feel like fighting. And then Malachi Black shows up on the screen, says some gibberish. Honestly, I don't remember.
He
or
was talking
pay
about-
attention.
what he talked
He was-
about.
He was talking about a fucking prize-winning horse that was going out to pasture, and he's like,
No, what he did, he's calling Cody stale, and how he's gonna get rid of him.
that's pretty
No,
much
that's
what it was.
fine, but he had like one of
Yeah,
those
but
Bray
he-
Wyatt rambling
yeah, he
promos,
was doing
and
the
I'm like,
fucking- He was doing the fucking, horse, bad
But
leg.
my favorite part about it was the ending when he says, "Oh, it's finally somebody decided to like knock on his door, pretty much, and I'm ready for the fight." Lights go out. It's not Sabu, but it's Malachi Black, and we get a pull apart brawl, and this crowd is eating this shit up.
All they had to do is do the blackout and do the pull-apart brawl. I don't think the fucking promo was necessary. But hey, it accomplished what they wanted to accomplish, which is good.
Honestly, if I can say it, I love this. I love the promo Black did. I love the way Cody was just fucking furious. I love how this storyline's going, and I can't wait for their match at All Out, which is most likely happening.
Yeah, 100%. Look, I think this is about to be a very interesting feud, depending on where it goes. Like, breaking the fourth wall almost. As we've seen with Black since he left WWE, he's been having very meta-based like vignettes, and the way he's going about his character, I'm interested to see how much Cody is going to allow and what we're going to see, and yeah, I'm very much intrigued. Like I said, besides the little bit of the meandering there with the rambling on that promo, I still enjoyed this. Again, short and sweet, like segments like this again have been good for Dynamite, because without the crowd they were able to obviously do more and have stuff get longer in the tooth. But with the crowd's back, you got to keep their attention. And this was quick. The build is still there. Another pull apart brawl. Don't have them touch for a bit. I liked it.
After this segment, we're backstage. We're
Alex
totally.
Marvez is there again.
Yeah.
Somehow. He
Wanted-
just knew that Tony
and
Blanchard
wanted
was pulling up to the
Yeah, he
arena
wanted
at this
to-
exact moment.
wanted to
This
talk- wanted to
That
talk-
guy, that fucking guy.
And totally like an idiot, was like, I'm just gonna go to backstage by myself. What could possibly go wrong?
Well, no one
But
could ever
also,
get me.
surprise, surprise, Santana and Ortiz backstage. And it's like, you saw what you did to Conan. We want you to keep that same energy. They grab him, setting up, they grab a crowbar. Looks like they're gonna smash his leg in like he did to Conan, but no. You send a message to your boys. That's what could have happened. We were taught to respect our elders. And then they walk away. All this again.
I am the elder.
More setting up for their tag team match that's eventually going to happen. When? I don't know. But
This
Yeah.
was whatever.
I'm not sure why.
I mean, I get it, but I
don't think
find
it
it
was
funny
needed.
how their answer to the whole multi-man rivalry was, okay, yeah, let's still do it, but give them all their separate rivalries. Ingenious, brilliant.
I mean, obviously.
Look, I'm still looking forward to FTR and LAX, obviously.
I still
Or
am.
Pride and Powerful, whatever they're calling themselves. I just thought this was okay. Next.
Yeah.
Yes, please, next, because the next thing is Chef's Kiss of the
Oh
segment.
dear.
Chef's fucking kiss.
So after that, we get after like the main event, obviously the best thing on this card. Hangman coming out for a promo. Tony Schiavone's in the middle of the ring, introducing Hangman.
And
Cowboy shit!
extremely over in Texas, obviously. I
Well,
don't even think he's. Even though I don't even think he's from Texas.
no, he's from. Where is he from?
He's like from Virginia.
Yeah,
or
he is
something.
from Virginia.
But man, Cowboys, Texas, obviously.
Of course, he's
and-
gonna be fucking over. He's from Halifax, Virginia.
There we go. Great segment. Go ahead.
So Schiavone is like, so Hangman's in the ring. He's pretty much like, 2 years ago, I fought for the AEW World Championship, and I failed. But you know what? The Dark Order's right. I still want to be that guy. I still want to be AEW World Champion. The crowd's going crazy at this point, and he's like, so right now, Kenny Omega, I am out here to challenge you, and Don Callis immediately cuts him off like an asshole.
Says, no!
He said,
No, we don't do that here! We don't do that here!
We don't allow cowboys to hold gold.
We don't do that here!
He's not alone. Don Callis, not alone. Of course, he's got the Young Bucks. Got Brandon Cutler. He's got Carl Anderson and Kenny.
No, he didn't! Carl Anderson was not out there! But you know who was out there? You big, dangly, big LG, 2-time Impact World Tag Team Champion, Doc Gallows. So they basically come out. They're all like, "You're not that guy. You're just not that guy, Hangman." And then Matt's like, "You know what? I want to actually get
Jackson. Holy shit!"
He's like, "Hey Matt, hey Hangman, you remember us? We're the friends that you abandoned." You know? He's like, we came out here. We picked you up from obscurity. You know, you were nothing before us. And Hangman gets in his face. He's like, "P.U. It still smells like you're hiding the booze, huh?" Like making fun of the alcoholism story that they did. I thought that was
great line saying, "Let's face it, you're the next great wrestling tragedy." Ooh.
This pretty much leads to a whole brawl breaking out. Hangman goes after Matt. Things start to get crazy. Dark Order come out, and everything just starts to go wild. At this point, Hangman's like grabs the microphone again. He's like, "I came out here and I want a match, and I'm not leaving until I get one." Omega's like,
"Give me what I want."
Omega's like, "All right, I'll give you a match." He's like, "I'll give you a 5-on-5 tag team elimination match. The Elite," which I can only think is the guys who are out here. So probably like Omega, Cutler.
No, see, Bucks. I don't think Omega is going to be in this match.
What do you mean he's not going to be in this match?
I think they're going to really keep it to the fact that we're not going to see Hangman and Omega touch at least until maybe the go home before All Out. And I think that's the smart thing to do. These two should not touch. Kenny should come out and be like, my foot hurts. Okay, Brandon Cutler, Michael Nakazawa, you go out there.
Oh, God.
His Fall Boys.
Hopefully it's Cutler. Hopefully it's like the Good Brothers, the Bucks, and then Cutler. Because I don't think
that's exactly what I think it's going to be, yeah.
So he's like, "I'll give you that match." And he's like, "If you win, I will give you your World Championship match. But if you lose, that's it. No more chances.
You'll never see your family ever again."
He said that. Your journey of the AEW World Championship ends here.
But Paige says, "I'll entertain your idea, and I'll give you even another one on top of that. How about if we win, you give my boys the Dark Order a shot at those tag team titles?" Yep. And Omega's like, "Haha. Well, then if we win, they're not going to get anything either. You guys are losers."
And they'll never get to see their families again. No one has any family.
And then he's like, "After I'm done with you, the people that chant cowboy shit, they're going to be chanting Belt Collector."
What the hell is he doing here?
Being an asshole. And Kenny Omega's just like, reality is often disappointing.
Hey, can we just say that? Can we just give props to Hangman for being such a great friend?
He is a great friend.
You got a friend in me.
Honestly, I think Kenny realized, I don't have a chant planned. A Belt Collector.
He could have just gone.
Because it felt a little ad-libbed, but very well, of course. The crowd
could have literally gone like Cleaner or Omega. Like literally, there's 1,000 things he could have. He was just doing. He knew that he was just being an asshole. So of course they boo him, and he's all like, And so he backs it off.
All right, whatever.
Hangman pretty much ends the segment with like, what did he say?
He said the Dark Order does not back down from the fight.
He said, I don't know, yeehaw, yeehaw, or something. I don't know.
So it hasn't been announced for this. I'm going to take a guess. Fight for the Fallen.
I'm thinking that's where it's going to be held too.
Is where we're going to get this big elimination match. 2 championship opportunities on the line. A great segment. Everybody doing their part to make this work.
This is one of the best segments of the year.
This is one of the hottest programs that AEW has going. So I can't fault this. This was great.
I most definitely agree.
I honestly don't like. These are 2 segments where I've been like, these are 2 of the best segments of the whole year. Like this is like the hottest feud in wrestling right now because everything they do gets a reaction from the crowd, which is great.
So we'll follow up. We'll find out what happens. We'll find out what happens on Wednesday because something's probably going to happen on Wednesday.
Yeah, more than likely. After that, though, of course, we got to follow
Alex
this up.
Marvez
With Alex, he's interviewing Chris Jericho. He's like, Jericho, what do you think about this? 5 labors. And he's like, oh, you forgot.
And Chris Jericho says, well, you look at me, you look at Samoa Joe, and you can see that statement.
I fucking wish. But no, Jericho's like, MJF wants me to put me through these 5 labors, but he forgot Hercules win, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to win this. And then he gets
Chris wins, lol.
And he fucking gets steel chaired. He gets fucking
steel chaired by who? That's right. The base god, the Canadian god, the chairman himself, Sean Spears.
Fuck did he even come from?
Listen, I've been loving this whole chair out of nowhere, and then there's Sean Spears. He did it to Sammy. He's done it to Jericho now. Just keep this up. Just keep up, like, all of a sudden, chair! Wild chair alert! And it's Sean Spears. I fucking love it. He's a madman. He's great. He doesn't have the black glove anymore, but it's okay. MJF comes in and says, all right, well, Jericho, I guess you got a little taste of what's about to happen because this week on Dynamite, well, he said next week, but this week on Dynamite, you start your first labor, and it's going to be against Sean Spears, in which only Sean Spears can use a chair, and Jericho can't. Yep. However,
I'll tell you what's going to happen. I'll tell you what's going to happen. Sammy's going to come in and use a chair on Sean Spears, and then Jericho's going to, I don't know, hit him with his fucking elbow, and then he's going to win.
Yes.
That officially announced for this week's Dynamite. Jericho, Sean Spears in a one-man chair match.
One chair man.
One-man musical chairs match.
A musical chair.
Eugene?
No. All right.
Oh.
Next match. We've got Big Money Matt Hardy taking on Outwork Everyone Christian Cage in our next match.
Dinosaur Christian Cage.
I thought this was actually really good. That was really good.
It was really good too, until the finish again.
The finish was good.
I thought the finish was a little abrupt, but we'll get to it.
So,
yeah, I thought it was fine.
They start off with the tie-up, but they're like so evenly matched that they can't stop tying up for 3 minutes, and so they go out to the outside and tie up. Christian hits like a sick crossbody to the outside early on in this contest. I thought that was cool. Matt then starts to take advantage of this match. He hit a fucking sick ass kind of an apron. He hit a DDT, a draping DDT on the steel steps, which is
saw that before.
Great for Christian, who's got a ton of just issues with concussions. But no, that was fine.
Because that was just great for him.
Yeah,
I've never seen a DDT on the steps like that, like a draped one. Like I don't even think Orton ever did that. So good for you, Matt.
Yeah, Matt, literally
something different.
Pulling some new tricks out.
Calling shit on the fly. Good for him.
Well, remember the whole story of this: 23 years. They've only had 2 singles matches. Christian's never been able to beat him.
And he beat him.
So that should tell you who's winning.
Yeah, it should tell you who's winning. Obviously, jump to conclusions. Spoilers.
They kind of hit their greatest hits Christian hits a spear. He hits a tornado DDT. Matt hits all of his shit. Hit the leg drop, and you know that he hit the twist of fate. But Christian kicks out. Matt locks in what does he fucking call that move? His submission. The leech. The leech. He locks in
the leech. I've never seen him do that.
He locks in the leech on the outside, and he leaves Christian outside to get the count-out victory. Ref gets the count at 9, but Christian gets back in on time. Matt tries to go after Christian, but Christian gets him, and he catches him with the Unprettier, and gets the 3 count on Matt Hardy.
I thought it ended like Christian's getting his ass beat, and here's the thing, he was on the outside until the legit 9 count, and then he just came in there and Unprettier, and it was over.
Hit him with the Unprettier, fuck it.
I was
not spending more time on this. I want to win, forehead. I'll just simply win. I'll just simply hit my finisher and go home.
I liked the match a lot. I was just the way that Christian was selling on the outside, he was dead. This man was dead. And then comes in Unprettier wins. I was still good match. Just with the ending a little bit for me.
After the match, Private Party pretty much come out. He rushes Christian.
That Private Party?
But fucking Jurassic Express quickly come out. They make the save. They run off the HFO. Christian gets lifted up on Luchasaurus' shoulders, and they celebrate.
Looks like, I guess we're setting up a tag match. I assume for either maybe this week or Fight for the Fallen.
Quite possibly.
With Christian, the Jungle Boy, and my Dino Daddy, Luchasaurus.
Hey, as long as this all ends up with Christian just unprettying a dinosaur by the end of this is all fine by me.
I'm gonna yell.
So sick and tired of the fucking Tarzan man.
After this,
shit on all of my people.
Yeah, after this, we got a Rusev video package. He said, fucking
Miro.
He talked about God.
Yeah, you said Rusev. What are you doing, bro?
Wait, Miro! Fuck! God damn it! Why did I write Rusev?
What are you
I'm
doing?
so fucking stupid. Oh.
Well, Miro comes out and says, I came into this company and I was a shell of what I was, and it wasn't until I found God.
He talked about God and my hot wife.
Thank you, Jesus.
Who
God
can do the
said
splits.
God talked to me and gave me the power to be Miro. And then he unveils
a new title.
Custom. It's a custom Bulgarian TNT title.
It got the white strap on
love it.
It's fucking
Got
great.
the white strap.
I love it.
It looks really nice. Is this going to be a thing? Everybody who wins the TNT title is just going to get their own belt now?
Maybe. I'm down with it.
Or is this going to be strictly for Miro?
Look,
it's just crazy. This belt's had 8 designs already,
I'm for it.
And there's only been 4 champions.
Exactly.
I'm already
I liked it. Again, I liked it. More Miro, please. I'm just I'm surprised he's not on this week, and they haven't announced anything for him.
He's the Redeemer now.
He's great.
Yeah. But
this is, again, short, sweet, got everything over.
Yeah. After that, though, comes the thing I've waited for since this whole fucking feud started.
That's right. Because Tony Schiavone in the ring with none other than everybody's favorite, Dr. Britt Baker. Say it with me now. DMD.
DMD.
And I agree with you, Zahaya. Finally, the promo we've been waiting for.
So,
is it a week too late? Maybe.
Look, I'm just glad they fucking gave it to me. No, it's what needed to happen. It accomplished what it needed to accomplish. Is it a leak? You can argue all day about if this came too late at this point, but it's what they needed in the biggest way.
Britt Baker coming out saying, I've been through tables, ladders, chairs, thumbtacks, you name it, but she's the baddest bitch on this block, and she can take on Nyla. Has a great line where she says, Nyla, maybe at the top of the food chain, but she's off the menu. She's special order.
And
Great line.
And she says that, Nyla, Vicky, you have a last name that will forever keep you relevant in the realm of fucking professional wrestling.
Oh, professional
Shut
wrestling.
up!
Also, another great line. Bury Vicky. Let's just keep burying Vicky. Yes, good.
And said, Nyla, not so much. You need this title. But unfortunately, it's not going anywhere except around my waist. Because with it, I'm the hottest thing in AEW. But even without it, I am still Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
And again, this crowd is so hot for Britt Baker.
It's what needed to happen.
How much of a draw she is.
It's what should have happened from the start. None of the fucking McDonald's burgers. None of the flipping of the McDonald's burgers. None of the stupid celebration. This is what Britt needed to solidify herself.
And I thought last week's promo also was good.
This is what she needed to solidify herself as the top AEW Women's Champion. This was great. This was wonderful. I loved it.
After that, quick little rebuttal, I guess, from Vicky and Nyla. Vicky said something. She was yelling. I kind of zoned her out. Nyla saying...
she said something like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Nyla Rose saying, I'm going to beat your ass down. And that's just the what is it, the narrative of the beast or something like that?
I don't fucking know.
It's really quick. Women's title match.
Rose is unappealing.
I was still on the high of Britt's promo, so I just kind of
great little thing there. Finally, what we needed. Hopefully, the match also adds to that this week. Of course, I do believe it will be the main event of night 2, which will be the women's title match. And then after that, Jon Moxley got a little bit of a rebuttal of his own towards Lance Archer.
He says that one does not win against Lance Archer, one survives Lance Archer. He said he survived him in New Japan. He survived him in AEW, but he realizes Archer isn't going to stop. He's not going to stop until he takes him out. He's got a hit on him. And so it's like he accepts Archer's challenge.
Now someone's getting stabbed.
Yeah, and then Jon Moxley with a funny ass... God damn it. Saying, not only next week will you be Texas born and Texas bred, but you'll be Texas dead.
The crowd popped.
The crowd did pop. I was like, God damn it, John.
Live in Texas, die in Texas.
It was very, corny but funny, and Jon Moxley can say whatever he wants. It doesn't matter. Just Texas dead. Jesus Christ. So yeah, next week, of course, or this week, as we know, Texas Deathmatch on Dynamite. We know how Dynamite can get when it comes towards blood. We know in New Japan, blood and violence like that really isn't a thing that they can go hard on. Dynamite is going to make this a very bloody affair, I can totally tell.
With the special referee, Sandy Cheeks.
Yuji Nagata.
I was back in Texas.
Yuji Nagata versus Kensei Sasaki. If you want to see how bloody a New Japan fight can get.
Well, this is hardcore, I mean. Their sense of, they've only had, 2 ladder matches?
I am giving these plebeians a match to watch. Some study material, Adam.
Well, go watch that, then. Whatever. But, so that, a good little, again, nice little promo there by Jon Moxley. Again, keeping this show hot. Just everything so far up to this point had been hitting on all cylinders.
Yeah.
So, and then we get into another pretty good match. Sammy Guevara taking on Wheeler Yuta, who I'm very familiar with from being the independent wrestling fan that I am. Krim, you're probably a bit newer to Wheeler Yuta, I would assume, since you're not I don't think Indies is your thing.
I made fun of him because I didn't know who the fuck he was.
Well, I hope he impressed you.
He did. I liked him.
Current IWTV Independent Wrestling Champion.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the replacement for Trent right now for the Best Friends.
Who's currently out with his
Trent out again?
Yeah,
Trent's out again.
Neck fusion surgery.
Damn.
Fucked his neck up again. But
early retirement will probably be in his future, not even gonna lie.
Which is upsetting.
This was a good, quick match.
This was a good little match.
Yeah, these last 2 matches before the main event were basically just showcase matches for two people specifically, and nothing wrong with that. They're both good. Sammy just a complete highlight reel in this contest.
Also massively over in his home state of Texas.
Yep.
As well.
Hit
it's clear Sammy was the main focus. So.
Hit most.
I was just happy that they gave Yuta.
Yeah, Yuta got some stuff in. He got like a cool like springboard drop kick that looked pretty cool. He hit a nice looking flying splash on it. Sammy though, just like, but this was like all like to make Sammy look strong. He hits his
absolutely
spring.
Yeah.
He hit his like double jump moonsault, misses into a shooting star press. Hit his double jump cutter. Hit the go to hell. Got the victory. Got the pin. Gave a little bit of a thumbs up to Wheeler Yuta. Put the young kid over. Let him get his moment in the crowd. So I thought that was nice. After that though, we get QT Marshall and the Factory.
This was so fucking pointless.
God, what the fuck was the point? I can't fucking stand them. Oh no, guys, you have to specifically pronounce it Marshall. You can't say Marshall. You have to say Marshall.
I'm gonna make this quick because it doesn't need to be talked about because it was literally like maybe like 30 seconds. It's Tony Schiavone. He's backstage. QT's like, You're gonna punch me, Tony? You ain't gonna do shit. You're gonna do shit, you little bitch. And then he poured like his coffee on top of his head, and then they left. And that was it. Next match.
That was it. Fucking useless. Pointless. Moving on. Dumb little fucking bullfight motherfucker.
Tony Schiavone gonna wrestle QT?
That's what I'm thinking. Like, or he's gonna have like some big moment where he like punches QT in the face, and that's gonna happen. And I'll probably get a big pop, but man.
Man, I remember when the fucking Factory were people were saying they were like a missed opportunity for AEW. Yeah, they probably aren't fucking saying that now.
30 seconds could have been given to either the match beforehand or the match we're about to call or the main event or anybody else, really.
Yeah.
You could have thrown, why not somebody else get this promo time? Not whatever this bullshit was.
I don't know. All right, we'll go on to something that
Next
was
match.
At least
It's Penelope Ford taking on Yuka Sakazaki, making her first return to AEW Dynamite.
You know that one Aladdin-looking character?
Yes. She's a magical girl!
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but she's back. 16 months since we saw her last on Dynamite. I do believe she had a dark match last week.
Yeah,
if you watch
fought killing
Who
King.
watches Dark?
Sometimes. Quick dark recommendation from last week. Go watch Dante Martin fighting Ricky fucking Shade Page. It was really good.
Yeah, that was very weird.
Holy fuck! I can't believe I called it. By the way, everyone, I said it. I said last week on the podcast he's the next big thing to get signed, and the next day he gets announced for Dark. So let me try and do this again. Let's get Effie on an episode of Dark. I'll put it out there.
Effie.
Let's get Effie on Dark.
That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah,
pretty much like the last.
Awesome.
Pretty much like the last match. This was just a showcase match for Yuka Sakazaki, who hasn't been on AEW for a little bit. She's got a lot of cool moves.
This match was a little sloppy.
I would think. Yeah, I don't think
it was kind of the piss break, if we're being honest.
Which is a damn shame, because, like, you know, this is the reason why AEW's women's division gets, like, shit on all the time.
It worked.
It was, I give it, it wasn't much of a match, but again, and this is just to set up that Yuka's, like, here now. Like, it wasn't,
No.
So I didn't really mind it. Could it have been better? Yes, but they weren't really given much time, because because of the fucking promo, and B, they kind of wanted to save up as much time as possible for their main event, so I get it. But Yuka doing a lot of cool stuff in this one. She hit out a nice tope on the outside at one point. She's got this magical girl go round where she gets her opponent up on it's like a hammerlock what's it called, airplane spin into a facebuster that looks pretty cool. And then she's got the Magical Girl Splash, which is basically like a springboard turning frog splash, and she did that for the victory. So, Yuka, very over with the crowd. They liked seeing her. Of course, they liked seeing her before the whole pandemic thing, so of course this crowd was very excited to see her. She's going to be here, I believe, for like a month or two, so hopefully they can do something substantial with her while she's here.
Oh, she's not here for long?
Nah.
Oh, this isn't a Rio situation where she moved to the States.
No, it's not. She's only here on extension.
Well, then never mind. I was going to say, I thought, we've been saying Chris Statlander, but I was thinking, maybe Yuka for All Out with Britt, but I guess that won't happen.
Probably not.
Well, then I'll stick with Chris Statlander then. But I wouldn't be surprised if Yuka and Britt have a match on Dynamite for the belt beforehand.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then it is time for, what is it, the fourth week in a row?
No.
Banger main event.
No. You know how this works. Before the main event.
Oh, no, I know. I gotta talk about what's gonna be happening this week on Dynamite. Yes. Of course. We have our main event. Gonna be Nyla Rose challenging Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, for the Women's World Championship. But it's not the only title on the line this upcoming. Of course, we know for the second week in a row, the IWGP United States Championship will be on the line as Jon Moxley will take on Lance Archer in a rematch from Wrestle Kingdom in a Texas Death Match. We're also going to see the Blade and Orange Cassidy are going to have a singles match against each other.
What a great match. I wonder who's going to win.
That's going to hopefully be the end of whatever little feud this has been. And then also we have the first of the 5 labors of Jericho as Jericho takes on Shawn Spears in a one-person chairs match where only Shawn Spears can use the chair. If Jericho does it, he will get disqualified, and he'll never get to fight MJF. That's all that was announced on Dynamite. I don't believe anything else has been announced since, unless something got announced on Dark like they've been doing lately. But I don't have time to watch Dark and then do the podcast to have answers for you. But don't be surprised if another match gets added and a few talking segments. But that's all you got right now for Fyter Fest Night 2. Or honestly, out of the 2 nights, Night 1 has a better card, but who knows? Night 2 can surprise us.
I mean, yeah.
Whatever happens.
It could. You never really know.
Well, you take out the IWGP match and the women's match, Blade and Orange Cassidy, whatever. Shawn Spears and Jericho. I don't think it's going to be a blockbuster match. It's going to be a lot of shenanigans and tomfoolery. So we'll have to see what happens on Fyter Fest Night 2.
Yeah.
This Wednesday. But now it is time for your main event. And like I said, 4 weeks in a row now, it has been a banger after banger after banger main events, and this coffin match was awesome.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, this coffin match.
Again, I said last week, I was really hoping for a Lucha Underground, inspired coffin match, like when they used to do the Grave Encounters. I got exactly what I wanted. I got a hardcore
Grave
coffin match.
Baby.
Grave Consequences? Sorry. Grave Encounters is a movie. Great what a hardcore coffin match this was. There are some spots in this match that I don't know how Darby stands.
Before the match,
I just don't.
Before the match actually starts, obviously, they bring out the coffin. I was immediately like, someone's in that fucking coffin. Like, you can't do the whole thing. It's like, someone's in that fucking
I thought it was Darby.
I thought it was going to be Darby.
We all did.
Somebody was in the coffin because the guys that were holding it were wobbling with
it.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Shit! Don't let it fall. Don't let it fall. But also we're like druids and we're dead, so we can't show expression.
We gotta pretend like there's nothing in this box.
Nothing in this coffin. So I thought it was Darby. Fucking surprise! It's not Darby. Ethan Page makes his way to the ring. Darby coming out, massive pop, got the skateboard again, riding it down to the ring, And then, surprise, motherfucker, here is Scorpio Sky.
Scorpio Sky pretty much getting the jump on Darby for a little bit until,
And the most irritating part
of course,
come up.
big time pop for Sting!
Yep,
I'm
here comes
be honest,
Sting.
before we continue, I'm so sick of Sting. I'm so fucking sick of Sting. I'm sick of seeing him.
Wow, but it's the Stinger.
I get it, but I'm sick of it.
Sting!
But he's the Stingsky. He's his manager.
Sting, baby.
Just get on with it.
I'm telling you, I've been saying it. This is proving it even more. I think we're getting a Scorpio and Sting match.
Could be. Hopefully, that's the end of this feud, though. Like,
But also before the
Please.
Scorpio pop up, Darby, Ethan Page is trying to attack him, and nothing seems to be working. And lo and behold, Darby has a giant ass chest protector on his back.
yeah.
What the hell is this?
I believe someone in WCW did this. I've been seeing the GIF. I just don't remember.
Bret Hart.
Bret Hart did it. That's right. Shouts out.
But of course, most infamous, the real master of the chest protector, D'Lo Brown.
Naturally.
D'Lo Brown.
That's
So this match is just balls to the wall.
nuts.
This is just these guys are literally killing each other.
Darby didn't give a shit about his body, and Ethan didn't give a shit about Darby's body. So this all
You could
turned
tell
out.
these two were so happy to do this match.
Fucking Darby just launches himself at Ethan at one point. Like, Darby has the best suicide dive in wrestling, mostly because it legit looks like he's trying to kill himself off of a fucking
He
dive.
just throws his body and lets the wind
Yes.
take the rest of it. I
Look
mean,
out.
it's like, yep, look out, here it comes.
Like, I'll just let gravity handle the rest of this situation.
Wherever
pal.
I land, we'll find out, I guess.
So they're fighting like mostly everywhere but the ring. They fight into the crowd. Ethan just bangs Darby's body off of the barricades for a little bit. That was pretty sick. He caught Darby when Darby was trying to do a dive, and he just started ramming his body across the barricades, which was fucking sick. They start tearing apart the ring at one point, and I don't know. It's like a hook attached to the post, the turnbuckle post, and it looked like Ethan was going to use it, but nah. Darby gets the one up on Ethan, and he puts the hook in Ethan's mouth, which was gross.
So gnarly.
It was so
And he
gross.
said, "Crack."
I was like, oh my god, it's gonna pierce. It's gonna fucking pierce.
It's like, oh god. Biggest, I think, moment of this match, other than the ending, of course.
Is this ego's edge?
Ethan Page.
Oh my
has
god,
him
Darby.
set up on the top rope. Like, it's still kind of broken, but Ethan's got him set up for the ego's edge from the top. Mind you, like, he's heading up. Like, he's not going down. He is heading up, and he just has him up as far as possible in midair, tosses him, and Darby just splats on that
I have
fucking.
never seen
The stairs don't buckle. The
They
stairs
don't
do shit.
give.
Wow, that's not true. The middle part of the steps, there's a huge body-shaped dent. This man legitimately dented these steps. How is he walking? And then he does what he does after this match?
Just
But we'll get to that in a second.
absolutely ridiculous. Darby's a bad man. He's a bad man. And sometimes I'm like, I shouldn't encourage this. Because this all very, very bad for your health. Like, this is not how you want your 20s to go with your fucking barely move your back and shit like that. But he's so goddamn good at it. Finish of the match, they're on the apron, they're fighting. Darby grabs a skateboard, gets
You got your skateboard.
Ethan all loopy and shit.
Scatboard.
And just goes for a double foot stomp off the top while Ethan is on the apron. Wheels and all back first into Ethan. He crumbles, falls into the casket, close the casket, Darby Allin is the winner of the first ever coffin match. But wait, there's more, because Darby says, fuck it. Goes back to the top rope. Mind you, Ethan Page still in the coffin.
He's still
no,
in this
none of that,
motherfucker.
like WWE trapdoor bullshit where like he's not in the coffin anymore. No, he's in the coffin because Darby coffin drops the coffin with Ethan Page still in it. What the fuck?
The greatest ending.
My personal opinion is, I love the match. I just think Ethan Page should have won. And I swear, in these matches, I feel like it's kind of proving the point that Ethan brought up. The fact that without Sting, Darby can't win. Because even though it was majority them, Sting still interfered, to get rid of Scorpio.
Well, I mean, that's kind of, it was, Scorpio would have attacked.
I get it's kind of fair, but damn. I feel Ethan should have won, but all in all, good match.
Sentiment that Ethan should have won. I thought that was the right call because great ending, great spot. Where do we go from here?
Yeah, what do Ethan and Scorpio do now?
Darby and Ethan win tag titles, and Scorpio and Ethan fight
Darby and Ethan?
Chaos Project on Dark.
I don't know.
Ooh.
That's my only thing. Is like with Darby, he's kind of bulletproof at this point. We can almost in the same vein as Orange Cassidy. You can really put him in any feud. He's going to be over still with the fans. Obviously, he's a huge ratings draw. He helped them get over that 1 million for this week. Him and Britt were the top 2 segments of Dynamite when it came towards the peak of the ratings. So he's kind of bulletproof. That's kind of why I thought this could have been fine with him losing to Ethan. Because what does Ethan Page do next? I don't know. I can't see them going after the tag belts because there's already the Dark Order in there. He's not going to go after the TNT title because it would be a heel versus a heel thing, except Miro's kind of like a tweener almost.
When has that ever stopped them, though?
Well, AEW is a little bit smarter when they book it like that. Also, because here's the thing, even if Ethan fought Miro, I don't see Ethan beating Miro for the belt.
Yeah, that's true.
I just don't know what is next for Ethan Page and Scorpio. Right. Which is why I keep going back to, I hope it's Ethan Page and Scorpio and Christian Cage, and they're feuding with, like, the Jurassic Express. But that is opinions and theories for another day, because I won't let that hamper what was an all-around fantastic episode of Dynamite.
I gotta agree.
Just very little in, like, just stuff I didn't like, and even the stuff that I didn't like didn't even last that long. Like, the only thing I just didn't like was, like, the fucking QT
Marshall
promo. But even then, that only went, like, what, 30 seconds? So
it was 30 seconds.
And
like I said, I had an issue, like, 2 of the endings, but really they were more nitpicky than anything in my, like, the Christian ending is really a nitpick, but the match itself was all around great. Another Dynamite that just flew by, 2 hours of just awesome wrestling content.
So, yeah. Great show.
Yeah.
Great show.
And we would see what the other 2 companies had to follow it up with, and
we will get to that in a minute.
Well, I was just going to say, I think all around all three companies showed up.
Oh yeah. Well, we will get to the other 2 companies in just a second, because first
it's time for the news.
For a news segment, we don't
really
have much in terms of news this week.
This news week was mostly revolved around the 2 pay-per-views that we're going to discuss and the other show that we just previewed for next week. But you tell me, Zahaya, what do you have for us? Because I know
Considering
there's some stuff.
Considering that you assholes wouldn't get off my back like 20 minutes before this show started, I figured you might as well fucking talk about it. Nikki.
Well, why are we going to talk about that now?
Because it's the news segment, and we're in the news, so you might as well.
But we're spoiling
You mean
the interview.
No one cares.
Adam?
Well, before we get to that, I think we should just address the other two things that I thought occurred, if we're going to mention what happened on Raw-wise. Keith Lee's back. So that's good that he's not hurt. He looked in great shape. So thank God it looked like nothing bad had happened.
Kind of cannon fodder to Bobby Lashley.
Sure, but I'm just happy he's good and he's in good spirits and he's back on TV and nothing serious has happened. Because I know a lot of people were very worried about what his positioning is, or even with the company. After he kind of just mysteriously disappeared from Raw. So it's good to see that he's doing good. So that's a good return. Bad return, Goldberg.
Blah, blah.
You guys, you watch Raw, you get exactly what you fucking deserve. And you deserve fucking Goldberg.
I can't believe in a few weeks I have to come on here and talk about Goldberg and Bobby Lashley.
You're goddamn right. Biggest fight of the summer. WWE SummerSlam 2K22. It hits different.
I want to die.
Oh, something's about to fucking hit different.
I want to die. I don't want to see Goldberg. Yeah, but then fuck that. I guess, yeah. So Goldberg's back, everybody. I hope you're excited about that. I mean, good thing is he's only contracted to one match, so that's fun. Whatever.
Goldberg. I don't fucking care, dude. I don't give a shit. They're gonna bring. The
only reason Goldberg is back is because Brock Lesnar doesn't want to work yet.
We know exactly what we were getting into when he fucking signed the thing. All right, let's not even fucking pretend.
So yeah, that's the thing, Goldberg. Sure. Whatever. Other slight WWE news involving debuts and returns and junk. No More Words is back! That's what he said. He said, fans, when we are back, my song comes back, and that's exactly what happened on Raw. I don't care about what happened with Karrion Kross. I don't want to talk about it. No More Words is back.
Oh, you don't want to talk about how the NXT champion, their undefeated NXT champion, the man who has gone through Keith Lee, Johnny Gargano, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Pete Dunne,
lost in 2 minutes.
Finn Balor literally lost on their main show.
NXT is dead. It doesn't matter anymore. Nick Khan doesn't give a shit. This company's going to be sold in 2 years. Who fucking cares? But Naomi's on SmackDown now, apparently.
Yeah.
What?
She is on SmackDown. She got moved to SmackDown. I don't know what this means. I don't even think this is going to give her a push. I just thought this was the thing that happened.
People are hoping she joins the Bloodline.
I guess.
She and Bianca would be good, and then the Street Profits. It's kind of just like natural feuds there to actually, be building upon. Hopefully they do something. I'm surprised. I know SmackDown needed the women, but now SmackDown has a total of, I believe, 5 new women. All of a sudden, not part of the roster in Naomi, Shotzi, Tegan, Toni Storm, who will be debuting this Friday on SmackDown, and now that Keith Lee's back, I'm assuming the almost about to return Mia Yim.
They already debuted.
Mia?
No, Tegan and Shotzi.
Well, no, I'm just saying naming in the past,
Shotzi and Knox now.
In the past, I think Tegan still has Tegan Knox. Shotzi is just Shotzi now.
Oh no, they changed their name to Knox now. It's been confirmed.
Well, that sucks. But no, I'm saying, in the past 2 weeks, SmackDown just kind of got loaded up in its women's division, which it was needed because, Bayley's gone and Sasha's still gone.
The division is kind of fucked at the moment.
Whatever. So, I don't know much other WWE news, I mean, there's the other big thing,
Well,
but we'll save that for Money in the Bank.
Since we're on SmackDown, we should bring up that one Finn Balor did make his return to SmackDown this week.
Yep, he beat up Sami Zayn for some reason. He
is back in his blue gear. So
he is back to being Finn Balor on the main roster.
Fucking.
He's still.
And it honestly just feels like a repeat. It feels like it's going to be a repeat.
We're back to where we were 2 years ago.
God damn it!
Well, this is what happens when you fire half of your roster.
Whatever.
Also, the crowd officially back in WWE, which was nice to see the WWE Universe crowd back again. Definitely helped the shows out, especially Money in the Bank, which we'll get to. I don't know any other real WWE news that happened this week.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I don't know much news that really happened at all, really.
Just some quick tidbits because they were this week. Some not so great news. Michael Elgin in the fucking news again. Was arrested for violating a fucking protective order.
What is this? I heard a few days before that he was like missing.
Yeah, he went missing. Like,
I assume because of this.
I don't know.
I mean, it's Michael Elgin.
So it was just.
But so you said he was arrested. Is he like? Was he charged yet? Or
I don't know. He was arrested on June 29th, 2021. He was ordered this protective order back in May 21st, and already a month in he already violated it this month.
Yeah, well, fuck Michael Elgin, so.
Yeah, I only brought it up because
I need. How about some good news?
I just really wanted to put into the fact, just fuck Michael Elgin.
Yeah, fuck Michael Elgin.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
But instead, how about some good news? How about some good news for the
you want some
company?
You want some good news? Because I got some good news.
Some good news. How about some good news?
No, I got.
What do you got?
Well, obviously, the biggest news of the wrestling world. Like, it's got everybody talking. Like, it's got the whole world talking. Like, everybody couldn't believe this
gonna be a big
unbelievable feat by one Nick Aldis, who just recently, few days ago, broke the 1,000 day mark as NWA World Champion.
And has defended the belt twice.
Literally, he has barely anything to back up that claim.
Nick Aldis.
Literally.
The pride and joy of the National Wrestling Association.
Yeah, the great company with stars such as Trevor Murdoch. And
the young man finally gets his due, Adam.
Look, I am a fan of the NWA.
Uh-huh.
Nothing against Nick Aldis.
Uh-huh.
But he's not in. And he's never been in. Even as Magnus. The NWA were in a position where they were like, shit, we need a big name who isn't currently contracted anywhere. I guess we got Nick Aldis. And
I'll admit, Nick Aldis was doing great. Then he lost the title to Cody. I would have been fine if Cody had held it for like a little bit longer. Nope, Nick Aldis said, ha ha ha, no, and took it back.
He's held it ever fucking since and has done literally nothing with the title. Now, yes, COVID happened. That's an obvious, there's a little bit of an asterisk there when it comes towards a lot of these title reigns and such that had to go a little bit longer. But Nick Aldis, even when COVID started, he had already still been champion for like 600-something fucking days.
Yep.
So he hadn't been doing anything before that either. So I can't blame COVID for all of the Nick Aldis issues. I blame the NWA for not. I mean, it's also not their fault. They don't have. Honestly, there's nobody else on that roster that maybe the Pope, that could be champion. That would give that could maybe give a little bit of oomph to holding this belt. But Nick Aldis is a boring wrestler. Also, by the way,
what? You don't remember?
This man is not. Look, I get it. His style is supposed to be like the old school NWA style, but he's not it. Because the difference about the NWA old school style is you had wrestlers who were able to bring out charisma and care, and like look at somebody like Nick Bockwinkel, for instance, or even Ric Flair. Ric Flair isn't like the most flashy wrestler of all time, but the way he went about himself in that ring, it's Ric fucking Flair. Nick Aldis is boring as a character. What is there to find cool about? All Nick Aldis does is rip off the other. God damn it, he's Jeff Jarrett.
My world.
My world.
No, that's a bad thing.
Grayson
At
WWE
least
World
Jeff Jarrett has
Champion of all
charisma. Nick Aldis sucks.
and Grayson WWE World Champion of all time. You gotta follow him.
Absolutely fucking not. And I can't wait for him to hopefully lose it in a few weeks at NWA 73. Also, NWA Empower, their all-women's produced show by Mickie James, will also be happening that same weekend. So support NWA. There's a lot of really good talent there that aren't named Nick Aldis.
Hardcore country.
But yeah, some good news, though, on the AEW side of things. The tickets for the Grand Slam in Arthur Ashe Stadium have been doing very, very well.
Over 15,000 tickets sold. Or not.
And I will be one of them.
Yeah.
Speaking of tickets sold, I've got a trip to All Out in store for me.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Well, maybe we'll bring you on for a live review there. That would be good. And yeah, I'll do.
Hit the road. Don't know if I'm facing the camera or not, but
of course I'll be. I'll do a quick. I'll be reviewing this. It'll be our first Dynamite review where one of us will be on the scene. That'll be fun, Zaya.
Yeah.
And also, like I said, every week I try to do a little bit of an indie spotlight, showcase what's going on. Of course, this upcoming weekend, we have GCW Homecoming, which...
Gage and Cardona.
Which, of course, I told Sahaya we're going to... We might not do, like, a full in-depth review like we usually do, but we'll definitely cover it to the extent that we did with VXS. It is 2 nights. We don't know what the main event of night 2 is, but there's teasing a cleaner might be showing up to take on a king, and God, if that happens...
I heard they
oh my God, if that happens...
They sent out an invite to Omega for their GCW Homecoming show.
The main event of night 1 will be Matt Cardona taking on Nick Gage. Of course, other people you'll be able to see on that show. Too Cold Scorpio will be there. AEW's very own Marco Stunt and Caesar Bononi will be on the Homecoming card. Chris Dickinson, current ROH Tag Champion, will be there. Joey Janela and Atticus Kogar are going to go at it. A big time event there for GCW for Homecoming. And speaking of GCW, this past weekend in Mexico, finally the tag belts are coming home. The belts are back in the States. Jimmy Lloyd and G. Raver winning the GCW tag belts off of Ciclope and Medoro Extremo over in GCW versus Zona 23 back in the junkyard. So, yay, the tag belts are back in the States. It's been a very long time. COVID kind of caused both of those men to stay in Mexico, and the belts have very much been missed. So, very excited about that. Also, the Ultraviolet Championship will be defended on night 1 as Alex Colon will take on a man that maybe Zahaya here has heard of before, Drew Parker.
Yeah, very much.
I think I've heard his name around the block before.
Yeah, he's a big Japan pro wrestling dude. Before that, he was also in places like Progress Wrestling before the British wrestling scene died.
Yeah. Also, Jersey Championship Wrestling will be holding a show before day 1. As well, of course, the showcase of the up-and-coming independent talent. that JCW loves to showcase. And VXS will be returning in August 7th, so in 2 weeks. I'm trying to get tickets for that, so hopefully we'll have another VXS review here for you on the podcast. But that's all I got for your little bit of your independent spotlight.
And with that, it is now time for our Impact Slammiversary review.
Yes.
We don't have a special intro for them. Impact, Dynamite, Revolution. No?
You don't know? Do they not have a theme
I'll say
song?
Slammiversary certainly wasn't cut above, I will say.
How does it go? I'll figure it out.
God damn it. Well, this
Cross the line.
Close enough. Anyway.
So this whole thing pretty much starts out, it's a video package, Sami Callihan's the main focus.
Well, hold on.
What?
Because
there's
a pre-show match.
The Knockouts titles on the line.
Tag titles. This match originally was set for the main card. There was really no pre-show announced until like a few minutes beforehand. And they announced it as Tasha Steelz and Kiera Hogan would be defending Fire and Flava, defending those Knockouts tag titles against Rosemary and Havoc. I didn't really pay attention because I didn't realize this was happening on the pre-show, but I kind of caught some clips through Twitter. The main story here, new tag champions in Rosemary and Havoc, which good for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like it would have been kind of wasteful for them not to put the belts on them. So, yeah. I honestly didn't pay much attention to it as well. I know Rosemary... I
didn't watch it.
I know Rosemary kind of messed up on a middle rope clothesline at one point. There's like a ton of kicks from Kiera in this match as well. Havoc, though, wins the match with the Tombstone Piledriver. It was what it was. It was to get this get the show started, and yeah.
But then we officially kick off with the video package you were mentioning, Sami Callihan, pretty much just giving a oral history of Impact, a bunch of clips from the Asylum days, all the way into the Impact Zone, all the way into like the 2009, and then that's where we end because Hogan never happened, and we're never going to talk about it.
The fucking Abyss Hall of Fame ring, bro. One of the greatest storylines that they ever did, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, all your classic TNA moments, scenes from the first ever show at the Asylum, the plenty of Abyss and Thumbtacks, AJ Styles and doing crazy stuff. Of course, the Elix Skipper moonsault. Just a very cool.
Say my name.
Just a very cool little video package showcasing where TNA was then to where we are now with the amount of talent that we have, and kind of showing the parallels of what then is and how now is almost in the same vein of a renaissance for Impact Wrestling. And this show was very good.
Yeah.
Including this opening contest.
Fuck, this opening contest
holy shit.
Nuts.
This might be my match of the night, but that main event was very close to also tying with that. But Jesus Christ, have I missed Ultimate X? And it was back, Ultimate X. Josh Alexander defending and retaining the X Division Championship against Trey Miguel, Ace Austin, Petey Williams, Rohit Raju, and Chris Bay. Trey Miguel, shout-outs. Awesome Spider-Man Miles Morales gear that he was rocking. Everybody looking good tonight. Petey Williams still looks great. Petey Williams doing one of the most dangerous-looking Canadian destroyers I've ever seen in my life.
I will say, with this card, it felt like one of the most old-school Impact pay-per-views it's felt in, like, a long time. Like, we literally started off with the Ultimate X match, which is literally one of the few things that Impact would do all the time, normally.
It's been 2 years up until this point since we had last seen it. And even before then, I felt like the luster hadn't been there. They were the people that were involved in some of these weren't the greatest in that little time period of it. So,
but
it
the
was good to
luster.
see.
Oh, but the luster was here. I will say.
Oh, hell
Everybody-
yeah, it was. These men killed each other. There's some really good comedy in this as well.
Fucking
are we doing
Rohit
a full
bro.
Are we doing like a full Dynamitis review for this, or
We
how
don't
are we doing?
have to. We just
All right.
go
Well,
through
yeah,
what
I
we
was gonna bring
like.
up Rohit
We spent a
Raju.
lot of time on Dynamite, as expected.
Rohit Raju, just one of the MVPs in this, with this little rope gimmick that he was doing.
It was the rope gimmick. He had a little bit of he had a hook with him that he used to trip over people. He was trying to find any other way to grab this fucking
Without
belt.
having to climb the ropes.
Without having to climb the thing. I was almost certain he was going to pull out a ladder at one point. Like
I would have marked for that.
Yeah. But, everybody got their chance to shine. Everybody got something to do. Fucking Josh Alexander, the fucking madman, had a literally, like, Spider-Man hung fucking ankle lock while everybody else was in a submission.
Everybody else is in a submission, and this was insane. He is literally hanging upside down with his legs on top of the Ultimate X, and has just got, I think it was it Ace, maybe? Or was it Rohit?
I think it was Ace.
In an ankle lock, elevated in mid-air. As Ace, I do believe, was like in a headlock or some other submission on below. What the hell?
It was absolutely.
And that's, like I said, that's not even the craziest thing. Because there's a fucking Petey Williams hitting a electric chair Canadian destroyer.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, exactly. So it's just 1,000 miles per hour, like 1,000 moves per minute, or per second to say the very least. The match is just non-stopping, but it doesn't just feel like a bunch of moves thrown together. It feels very cohesive. It feels like all these men had a plan going into this, and I think for the most part they capitalized perfectly. Rohit finally got over his fear of having to climb this thing and just simply climbed it and started going after it. But
man, it's almost as if it wasn't that hard.
Well, he was probably afraid of heights, you know?
Oh my god, I forgot the ending of this match where fucking I think it was Josh.
It was Josh and Ace, and they were having
it was Josh. It was Josh and Rohit. Ace was the.
Was it Josh Rohit?
I think.
Yes. Okay, you're right.
So they were having a tug of war for they both have it, and Ace
So it's kind of like So like they both have it, but the belt is like dangling in between them. And Ace springboards to try and grab it, and they just go nope, and pull it up. And Ace
I fucking laughed my ass off. That was so good. Because I thought, he's gonna grab it. Oh, he's gonna.
I thought that was it. I was like, don't end like that. That's gonna suck.
It was like,
and nope, that's not how it ends. They're just like, nope.
And in fact, they pull it up. Josh knocks off Rohit. Josh gets the belt. Josh is still X Division champion. He has to do Option C. I feel like
we haven't seen an Option C in a very long time, and I think that's on purpose that they're not mentioning it, so that when he does do it, it's a big reaction.
Oh, absolutely.
I could see, I guess, Josh Alexander being the one to take it off again.
He has to be
definitely.
If I were doing this, and if I wanted to build the next big guy, Josh is my dude. Like, he is my dude. Like, he is the dude that I want to build up to beat Omega.
He had mentioned in interviews.
Bet.
Yeah, it would. He had mentioned in interviews leading up to this that this was the one match that he was so happy he re-signed with Impact for, because this is like a dream match for him to be a part of, which is interesting from Josh Alexander of all people. But man, he held his own in this X Division Ultimate X match. This match was great. We're all made. Listen, I've always said. A hot, fresh, quick-paced opener should always be what you do at the beginning of a pay-per-view. And Impact has always pretty much delivered on that forever, really. The X Division start your show because they are the forefront, the backbone of what Impact has always been about. great opening contest, very good win, amazing spots that I'm going to remember. How I can't think of a better opener.
Well, after
Really set the tone for the night.
Absolutely.
yeah, absolutely. After that, we get
get our first of surprises of the night.
no. Before that, we get a Don Callis promo.
Oh,
He says,
Oh yeah.
He said, he pretty much goes off on Scott D'Amore, pretty much saying how he fired him, pretty much saying like he's incompetent for firing him, but letting Callahan stick around just to stick it to him, and just show that Kenny Omega is why he's the best bout machine, why he's the best thing since sliced bread, yada yada yada. It's Don Callis promo. You know how this shit goes.
Then we get our mixed tag team match. It's our first surprise of the night of what will become many surprises of the night. It is Brian Myers teaming up with Neil Dashwood to take on Matt Cardona and a mystery opponent.
Oh
now,
my
of course,
god!
if you've been paying attention to Impact, Cardona and Myers had been feuding, and it was only
For some reason.
last week where Tenille got brought into this, and
Yeah.
I completely forgot that she dated Matt.
Yeah, me too.
And that's why I was like, oh, good on you, Impact, on like bringing that up. Because who is it that is Matt's partner? It's not Laurel Van Ness anymore. It's just Chelsea Green, who was kind of doing the hot mess gimmick anyway.
Yeah.
But honestly, at this point, everybody knows.
Even though she did a whole fucking promo in ROH saying how she was over the fucking hot mess gimmick.
Yeah, well, that's an ROH. Listen, I thought this alone this was better than what she did at Best of the World.
How dare you.
I thought the Best of the World thing fell a little flat, although it went a little too long. She kind of babbled a little bit. I don't think she's the kind of woman that works for ROH because they don't like doing a lot of like gimmicky stuff, and Chelsea's very expressional with like what she can do. Impact is the home that made her famous, that made her a household name. Doing the hot mess gimmick, it makes sense that she's sort of keeping it alive. This was a tag match.
This was a tag.
It didn't go long. This was all right. Didn't go very long. I think that has a lot to do with the fact that Chelsea's still hurt. They brought that to the attention during her entrance, where they were like, "Well, she was cleared tonight, but you can clearly see she's got the cast on." I think we're getting a singles match, probably, maybe Bound for Glory, with Cardona and Myers. I don't think this is the end of this.
I want this whole thing to end.
I'm fine with it. Listen, if I can get like an action figure, like hardcore match, I'll take it.
So the most memorable thing about this match was pretty much the ending. All hell's breaking loose at this point. Fucking Chelsea and Tenille are just doing their thing. Zach's kind of distracted. Myers tries to go from behind him. Tries to go for it was fucking Tenille who tried to low blow him again, because that's what happened on Impact. So she tries to low blow him.
He had a cup.
He had a cup.
A bedazzled one.
He had a cup.
Brock Lesnar. What the fuck? Are you telling me that fucking Matt Cardona is smarter than our fucking multi-time WWE champion over here? Is that what I'm being told?
I mean, this man has a successful podcast, and Brock Lesnar has cuts meat. He's big, dumb.
Did you see his hair?
Yeah, he's a Street Fighter character.
Dude, his hair was fucking everywhere.
This is fucking ridiculous, bro.
But yeah, no, Matt Cardona has the bedazzled Major Figure Wrestling Podcast branded dick cup. And Tenille's like, what? What? Oh my god. And so what does she get for her troubles? How about she gets low blowed instead twice by Chelsea, who then hits the unpretty her.
I thought it was
the victory.
I thought it was called Unprettier.
No, she calls it the unpretty her.
Okay.
That's the distinction between the unpretty her.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes. Also, she did a Canadian in this as well, twice.
Yeah. Nice.
So yeah, I guess whatever.
Pain.
This was inconsequential for a lot of parts, except for the fact that Chelsea's back. Good for Impact. They lost a few big names recently, so I think having Chelsea back adds to it. Gives Tenille something to do.
Yeah.
This was fine.
Mm-hmm. Anything?
Yeah.
Anything you want to add?
I got nothing.
All right. Well, we move on.
I shoot nothing.
Well, we move on to our next match. Fucking.
It's W. Morrissey taking on Ed.
The consequences.
Better wrestler, huh? Better wrestler. No. I'm gonna talk about this.
I don't want to hear anyone praising Eddie Edwards.
See, this is what I mean. Ever since this whole thing started, I have been told for the fucking life, to the very life of me, how this was nothing but positive for Eddie Edwards. Oh, he became more of a character. Oh, he became a better someone literally told me he became a fucking better wrestler. And I couldn't believe they said it to me with a straight face. I couldn't fucking believe that shit. What the fuck was this? What are they doing?
Well, this was clearly listen, I think Big Cass, W. Morrissey, Big Edge, has looked the best he's looked ever. I'm very happy that he's getting the second opportunity to revitalize his career and get an opportunity on the main, a bigger platform than like the independent scene. He looked really good in this match. Obviously, Impact has big plans for him. I think this was intended to be like he got the big win over like the company guy.
He needed to cheat. Big fucking dude Morrissey had to fucking cheat and use his fucking leather strap to beat Edwards.
Here's my thing.
Wait, hold on. I never said that the match was good. I just was trying to put some context to it. And listen, Impact's been doing a good job with Morrissey by making him like a beast and a killer. This was a weird. I guess this is also another.
It was an unnecessary. It was an unnecessary thing for them to do. If you're trying to build Morrissey up like this monster, don't have him having to use weapons against the person you prize as one of your biggest stars.
Well, it's clear that they're going to go and have a hardcore match because that's what Eddie Edwards does now. You know, Kenny will return, right?
Yeah, because then you got fucking Tommy Dreamer Jr. over here. He can win that match.
Think about what happened last year Think about what happened at last year's Slammiversary.
Yeah, he got a freebie because Tessa left.
He got the belt. But
and
ever
he lost
since
it like 2 weeks after that,
and that's what for an entire year, they have had absolutely nothing for this man. He has just been waddling around in Impact, doing God knows what for a full year now.
Well, I don't want to see him with the belt again because I think.
But can he do something of substance? You say he's like one of the. You say he's one of the top guys on your brand, but you literally have him just ping-ponging.
Well, I think they're saving something because who just returned to wrestling?
If Richards comes back, this is the only way I will...
Listen, I think there's no chance or doubt in my mind that he doesn't come back and he's like, Eddie, what the fuck are you doing?
What the hell is this?
Wolves, and then the Wolves get back together and we get a sick tag title run out of it. And then everything will be better for you.
Okay, if the Wolves come back, I won't mind that at all.
But until then, yeah, Eddie is he's in limbo because what, you're gonna keep him in that world title scene and just have him do the same shit? I mean, at least here he gives Morrissey the victory, and obviously, like I said, I don't think this is the end because of how it ended. I also said this match wasn't good.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think logical, at least what Impact's doing, and they're like, well, until we find something for you, at least help put over the new guy.
Morrissey gets he hits fucking Edwards with a leather strap, hits him with a power bomb, gets the victory.
Some of the consequences.
Yeah, I didn't care for this. It was just stupid and dumb and stupid and a waste of my time.
You didn't care because it was an Eddie Edwards match. Move on.
Well, this was, like I said, I thought Slammiversary overall was a good show. I didn't think it was an amazing show. I thought it accomplished everything it needed to, especially in the later half and then Ultimate X. But between this match and the next match, I was already starting to lose hope. And I'm not talking about the impromptu thing that we're going to talk about. I'm talking about Moose and Sabin.
What? I actually like that.
I thought the ending of that match was fucking stupid.
Ending was a bit anticlimactic.
Well, before that, yeah.
But yeah, before that, Malabali Shira and Madman Fulton are out there.
They're mad because they weren't involved. They weren't allowed to be at the
they're like,
Ultimate X match.
So yeah, Scott D'Amore comes out and it's like, here's Finn Juice.
Here's Finn Juice, and then they win in like a minute.
And then they won.
And then they come out and beat
them
up.
That was our second big return or debut of the night. The return of Finn Juice after 2 months of not being in the States. It's good to see Finn Juice back. I think
it's good to not see them with the tag titles and they scurry off to Japan like cowards.
I do think they add something to Impact. I feel like they're an act that very much fits the Impact like wrestling style. I hope they get to be here a bit longer this time around. I obviously we don't know how long they'll be here, but it's yay. Good to see Finn Juice back.
Whatever.
You don't like Finn Juice?
I'm over it. I like Juice Robinson as a single.
You don't like David Finlay?
I've tried.
All right, David Finlay's fine.
I've tried so
Juice
much.
Is the fucking problem.
Oh, you guys! Wow. Okay, so all right, debate time.
What do you mean Juice is the problem?
Because I like both of them, so I'm on the opposite end here.
I don't. I find him very fucking irritating.
He's so.
He was irritating back when he did his fucking on-strike shit. He's irritating now.
The teddy bear and the colors and the punches and the.
I don't care about his fucking left hand of God bullshit. Don't give a fuck. Don't care.
The man's currently having relations with Tony Storm. How could you not love this man?
Well, remember, we're going to be seeing a lot more of them due to the fact of what happens at the end of the show or lack thereof.
Do you want to do the spoilers for that or no?
No. We should save what happens at the end because it's a big moment.
Okay. Well, yeah, after that, Finn Juice beat Madman Fulton and Shira.
Yeah, it was like 2 minutes. It was just, hey, Finn Juice is back. Okay, cool. And then we get Moose and Chris Sabin, which
I really like.
I think the story of this match has been Moose is a bully and Chris Sabin's the veteran and he wants to teach Moose a lesson, so he pins him by a small package. Yeah, all right, sure, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's really teaching him a lesson, Chris.
I'm sorry, but this is Moose.
Yeah.
And you go back to the Eddie Edwards thing. Uh-huh. What are we doing with Eddie Edwards? What the fuck are we doing with Moose, who should be a huge deal in this company? And why is he losing to Chris Sabin by a small package?
Excuse me!
Unlike your biggest
Chris
event.
Sabin is a former Impact World Champion.
One of the worst Impact World
Champions. That was only because they didn't give him a chance!
No.
They didn't give him a chance because he should have won it in the first place. They gave him a bowl.
Yeah, he held it for No, I know. When I sit here and tell you, I attended the event where he won and lost the damn fucking title, I will sit there and fucking tell you, I sat through Chris Sabin's entire TNA title run. His entire fucking title run.
Don't give me that. Oh, he's a former world champion. Jinder Mahal is a former world champion.
Mr. X Division, dude!
Oh my god.
Chris Sabin.
He's literally the same guy who had a fucking abusive boyfriend storyline with Velvet Sky.
Awful.
Literally.
Awful. Yeah, and then listen, I agree. Chris Sabin, veteran and all that, but he should be losing to Moose.
Absolutely not.
What the fuck do you do with Chris Sabin now? Oh, Chris Sabin's gonna go after Kenny Omega?
Yeah!
Oh, no.
I trust Chris Sabin to have a better fucking match with Omega than Moose.
Chris Sabin should
what? Should what?
Where the fuck is Alex Shelley?
should not be any. Alex Shelley's off being a fucking doctor, because apparently that was more important.
Well, I mean, COVID.
I mean, yeah, true
No,
that.
I was making a joke.
True that.
But, I think Chris
Hail Sabin!
But for as long as I can remember watching Impact, I never understood the hype behind Chris Sabin.
He's so good!
There's a lot of really good wrestlers. Eddie Edwards is good, but you don't like him, don't you?
I love Eddie Edwards! What are you talking about?
Not this current Eddie Edwards.
No, because this Eddie Edwards sucks, he can't wrestle!
Yeah, and this Chris Sabin is bland.
But this Chris Sabin is still Chris Sabin!
Right, and Moose should be winning. Why are we gonna? We're building a company around Chris Sabin. Listen, Impact's biggest thing has been its main event scene. Chris Sabin is not screaming to me, main event scene. Moose does.
You haven't been watching a lot of Chris Sabin matches, is what I'm hearing.
I have, and he's always been in the X Division opener.
And he's been fucking amazing!
He should have been in the Ultimate X match.
I agree. Moose, fuck off.
You just don't like Moose.
I think he should just go to the Fed. I think he made a mistake resigning it.
I think it's not really a mistake. I think Moose resigned and then Omega happened and he was like, well, fuck.
Yeah, well, now he's stuck, idiot.
Kenny said, I don't know, I hear the battle cry or something.
Kenny said, I will simply become the belt collector.
What? Look,
I
really checked out of this match because I was like, I don't.
He did a fucking fallaway moonsault slam!
That was really sick, but so does 2 other people.
Fam, I don't know.
Yeah, that's because Moose
He
did
did a
it.
fallaway.
Chris Sabin did
He did a
it.
fucking fallaway moonsault slam, and Chris Sabin got the victory. This is great in my opinion.
Sure. Yeah. All right. Anyway.
But speaking of things that were fucking great, Impact Championship Fatal 4-Way match.
It's Willie Mack and Rich Swann, Carl Anderson and fan from the crowd,
Doc Gallows,
current tag team champions, Violent by Design, represented by Joe Doring and Rhino, and the team of Fallah Bahh and TJ. Oh wait, no, he's not here. Thank fucking here. God.
Thank you.
Instead, a legit shocker.
I couldn't believe it.
No way, Jose!
I couldn't fucking believe it, bro.
Doing the exact same thing.
Couldn't believe it. They got no way Jose doing the exact.
He's just.
I know.
I wish they wouldn't have showed up.
He's just no way.
No way. They have him doing the same shit. Are you kidding me?
I like how Adam talks about Fallah Bahh, but doesn't talk about Luke Gallows.
Well, Fallah Bahh's good.
No, here's my thing. Before we move anywhere, what the fuck is the problem with Luke Gallows? What is your problem with the big LG?
I want to know.
He sucks.
He doesn't, though.
What?
This
Have
man
you
has-
Doctor of my colleague, you asshole.
This man has been limping to the bank on a check for his whole fucking
He has
career.
been limping
Always
on his giant-ass Impact Championship dick that he's
always
not
had to be
flopping
He's
around.
always had to be held back. He's always had to be held up by his tag partner, whether it was the CM Punk or Carl Anderson or Jesse.
He was awesome.
Fuck
as
you.
Festus.
You mean Slam Master Jay?
Yeah, he's better. He's got more charisma than fuck Dr.
Fuck
Gallows.
Dr. Death.
Oh yeah, Nux. Shoutouts to the Menagerie.
The Menagerie.
This match was
All over
not
the place.
as exciting as I
It
thought.
was
it was gonna
all
be.
over the place. It was uncoordinated. Nobody knew what the
Then it
fuck they
ended.
were doing, and yeah, they
It was
did.
kind of
Then it
everywhere.
And then it also ended not how I thought it was going to end. I didn't think Violent by Design were losing the belts this quickly.
Oh, but I fucking
They were
did.
They were transitional champions, let's be honest. 'Cause they didn't want Finjuice to lose to the Good
Because
Brothers for some fucking reason.
now
Oh,
with
the Good Brothers like 3-time tag champions now or something?
they're 2-time.
Oh, it feels like it was 3.
2-time tag team champions, the Good Brothers.
I
Doc
don't know.
Gallows, and Carl
I love
Anderson.
Violent by Design. I think Violent by Design is so.
Look, I do
Joe
too.
Doring's a
so
fucking
cool.
monster.
Joe Doring's my fucking dude. fucking Ultra
Hey, and I love Rhino. I just didn't think it was time for them to lose the belts.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
not Diener.
considering what shows are happening in August, they kind of had to.
But it's like, now what are Violent by Design gonna do?
Who cares?
Well,
What do
they
you mean,
teased
who
the
cares? They should be like
breaking
a
up
huge
storyline.
deal.
Yeah, well, maybe Eric Young should get a better neck.
Willie Mack and Willie Mack
Better
and Rich
neck.
Swann kind of almost felt like an afterthought in this match. Like,
Yeah.
I don't remember them doing much.
They didn't
Yeah,
do
good.
it. They didn't do a
I
damn
don't
thing.
care about them.
Falaba did some stuff, and No Way Jose danced, and then the match was over.
Fucking
No, it was
I
like, damn.
think Willie Mack took the pin, and that was it.
Like,
No, Rhino
Okay.
did. No, Carl Anderson
No.
pinned Rhino.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
no, Rhino.
I can't believe they actually
No.
beat fucking Violent by Design. They didn't need to.
No, yeah, they even beat the champions, which was even more like, okay,
Yeah, like, what
alright,
the
I
fuck?
guess.
Okay.
Like, let's not, like, pin, like, Mac,
Swan.
Bob, no
Or
way.
fucking Jose.
No, we gotta build up. No way, big time baby
I
face
don't,
and play right
I don't
here.
think, I don't think this No Way is gonna have many legs. I thought he was a niche act in the Fed. I don't think he adds anything to Impact. And that's nothing against the guy, because he's got a great physique, but this is not the gimmick that's going to make you a star. Whatever. I don't see Conga gimmick working. It's the fucking same thing. It's even the same name. It's like, there's not, like,
Yeah.
like, there's nothing special. Like, the crowd were kind of into it, but even at the same time, I don't think they cared because it's No Way Jose.
They were
It's
probably
not,
only
let it be
in
known.
it because wrestling.
like, we were expecting, like, big surprises. And even before this, there was a little, like, vignette, introducing, the former Aiden English. He's coming to Impact.
Yeah, the Drama King.
And I think he has more to give to Impact than No Way Jose.
Aiden English is a god, and I will not hear anyone slander my man.
I just don't think No Way Jose is the big surprise that people were expecting on this show, especially when you look at the other people that showed up on top of him.
You're missing the big point here. You're missing the point where Doc Gallows is now a two-time Impact Tag Team Champion, Captain Dangly, the big
Can I just say
LG.
one thing?
What?
Can I just slither into this, hijack this real quick to say one thing? A comedy gimmick can work. It's just a matter of if it gets over enough to be profitable.
I don't think
That goes with any
gimmicks-
gimmick.
Honey.
But
listen.
and that's not me defending No Way Jose, because I'm agree with Adam. This gimmick fucking sucks, and he's jobber worthy at best. Lower mid card at best, and that's not a good day.
And here's the issue: is like he was there to be the surprise. TJP is obviously still working with this company. He's just going to go back to being with Fala, and then what does No Way Jose do?
No, I heard TJP got into an altercation. I heard he got fired, but that could just be.
I
No.
fucking hope. I fucking hope.
Alright,
No,
either
the
way, I
most
mean-
I heard, the most I heard was Don Callis fucking punched the shit out of him. That's the most I heard.
Well, shit. I guess Zahai needed to do more research on your news. But I don't know. Even if, say, TJP is gone and this is a tag team that's going to stick around, it's a comedy tag team. It's just not, like, when you look at the other tag teams that are on this, Rich Swann and Willie Mack could almost be a comedy tag team, but there's way more credibility in the two of them than Falaba and No Way Jose.
You don't like No Way
You know who's
Jose?
a great comedy tag team gimmick and they dance? Fandango and Tyler Breeze. And they can back it up because they're good. It's No Way Jose is what is so special about it? God damn it! No,
Oh yeah,
I'm done. I'm done here. I quit. I'm leaving this. No,
Jesus, you're sick.
Okay.
no, do the next match.
Next
now.
match.
I want to have a say in this. I don't see Swan and Mac as a comedy team. They just like to have fun and they can be serious in the ring at times.
But
How is that
that's
comedy?
more. Just
No Way
more
Jose,
talk
it
out
likes
of
to
his booty
dance
hole.
around and have fun.
Here's my
Except
question:
he's
Why the fuck are
boring.
you here? This is my
Why
moment.
were you on my podcast?
Because Jacob
because there
went
was
to
a
bed.
replacement necessary.
Well, I'm Rick C, and I'm the Jeff Jarrett of Virtual Wrestling. It says,
All right, well, you know what? I didn't say we're going on to the next match, which was for the Impact Knockouts Championship. Deonna Purrazzo has been on top of the world for a year now. She won the belt against Jordan
She will
Grace
stay there.
last year at Slammiversary, and ever since then, she's gone through the whole division. Has literally beaten everyone, even beat her own team and Susan and Kimberly. So now she's got no one to fight. So Gail Kim sets her up with a mystery opponent here at Slammiversary. And people were speculating who it could be. A lot of people thought it was going to be Mickey. I know a lot of people thought it was actually going to be Chelsea until they did the whole big tag team match out of nowhere. But it was not Mickey. It wasn't Chelsea. Instead, threw me for an entirely different loop. Who other than Thunder fucking Rosa? So yeah,
That caught me off guard.
fucking Deonna Purrazzo versus Thunder Rosa for the Impact Knockouts Championship. And surprise, surprise, this match was really fucking good.
It's a Deonna Purrazzo match, of course.
Thunder Rosa, she's got a lot of she throws like some vicious drop kicks in this matchup. She's just really on top of her game. Like, she's going back and forth with Deonna. They're trading holds. I really love Deonna's transitions into her own fucking arm bars and submissions. It's just wonderful. It's so good. I thought this match kind of ended kind of abruptly because she hit. I didn't know that the Gotch pile driver was a finish of hers. So when she got the pin off, I was like, oh. Okay,
It's like a last ditch effort move for her.
I guess so. So they go back and forth for a little bit. Deonna, like I said, hits her with the cradle pile driver. She gets the victory off of it. I really liked the match. I thought they were just getting started though. I thought this was all building up to like a final stretch. I thought the ending was kind of abrupt. I really liked what they were working with. I thought the match should have had more time.
I agree.
But after that, we get the surprise that we were expecting, just not the way we were expecting it. Mickie James,
Hardcore country.
yeah, hardcore country and everything comes out. The crowd on their feet. Love Mickie James comes out here. She's basically here to invite Deonna Purrazzo to her Empower pay-per-view for the NWA. But Deonna just thinks she's stealing her moment. She says, you could get your trash bag and get the hell out of my ring. I thought that was a pretty good reference to what had happened earlier this year. Mickie, obviously not taking too kindly to this. Mick kicks her right in the face, lays her out, and I can only guess that this is going to lead to an eventual match between Deonna and Mickie, probably at the Empower pay-per-view.
And I will not mind it. That shit's looking to be fire, not even gonna lie.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I guess with that, we move on to
Adam he actually went away. I didn't even know. Damn.
Because Adam really didn't want to add anything to this women's match that was very important and kind of moved the story forward. But next up, Impact World Championship match on the line. Kenny Omega defending against Sami Callihan in a no disqualification match. And probably the best match Impact has had in years. I thought was fantastic. It is easily Impact's best match of this year.
Definitely. Like, that was incredible. Had me on the edge of my seat constantly.
Kenny, when you see no disqualification match, it's like, all right, they're obviously going to do some hardcore spots, but they'll probably keep it tame and whatever. They did not keep this fucking tame whatsoever. They were fucking...
Nope, they went straight into it.
Fucking cutting each other up. Callahan pulled out a fucking pizza cutter early on in this contest, and he starts slicing open Omega's shit. That was great.
Pizza pasta. Put it in the box.
Sammy's...
Deliver it to my house.
What is happening right now?
Put it on my car.
Well, Adam dipped, so Rick's like, I'm gonna take over for like 10
I'm gonna
seconds.
come in and be your co-host until Adam comes back. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, wait, he's back.
Welcome back.
I said I wasn't gonna talk anymore. You brought up Lou Gallows.
Oh my fucking god, you actually...
No.
We have another pay-per-view. You cannot just up and leave.
Alright then, ladies and gentlemen.
I went to get some food. Anyway, I assume... So anyway, where are we at?
We're in the main event now, asshole.
Yes. Quick thoughts. I forgot to mention, by this point into the pay-per-view, I was very drunk. Thunder Rosa came out, that was really cool, but I was very drunk, and I didn't watch any of this match. I wanted to go back and rewatch it after I never got around to it. I completely forgot because Money in the Bank happened and all that jazz. So, from what I heard, it was really good.
It's a very good match.
But I did see what happened afterwards with Mickie James, which I assume was also brought up.
Yes.
So, again, Mickie James, Thunder Rosa, Chelsea, no way Jose.
Well,
they don't add up.
We're about to get into something that doesn't really, I thought, really topped off this pay-per-view quite nicely. So we're talking...
This match was awesome.
Like I said, Callahan early on, pizza cutter, slicing open Kenny's shit. He's beating the shit out of Kenny.
Did you mention the quick Don Callis promo beforehand where they called out Nick Gage?
Oh yeah, where I did not. Where he's...
Yeah, where he said he's more hardcore than Nick Gage. And then, of course, the pizza cutter throwback to Nick Gage, I thought was really smart by Sami Callihan. I thought mentioning that and then doing the pizza cutter, and then, of course, Brett Lauderdale being like, hey, Kenny, come to GCW Homecoming. Ooh, man, is the wrestling world hot right now.
I am really quite surprised about the amount of people who just specifically want to work with Nick Cage, because this is how over he is.
Because he's the god of this shit.
That's true. That is true. But, this match was very much crazy. Omega at one point pulls out a table and puts it on top of Callahan and fucking double foot stomps the table onto Callahan. Fucking Callahan gives Omega a goddamn cactus driver through a table.
That shattered.
Looks sick.
By this point, Omega's bleeding, Sammy's bleeding, and Omega is bleeding too.
He's very... I thought like something had happened. It looked like his eye was swollen a bit. Like I thought something had happened to his eye. I was like, oh no, this is not good. But he battled on throughout this whole match.
The thumbtacks get brought in. Kenny puts the thumbtacks in his knee pad.
That was V-trigger.
That was so sick.
And then he puts the fucking thumbtacks in Callahan's mouth and V-triggers them out of Callahan's mouth.
Yeah, just boom. It was the beginning of the end.
Sammy, also, one of his best performances by far in the past few years.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I know a lot of people have been negative on Sammy lately. I still love Sami Callihan. This is just how Sammy wrestles. This is just how it is.
This was easily his best performance in Impact since his shit with Tessa.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, he didn't have much to do since then.
I can understand why people because there's a bunch of Sami Callihan fans. One of them I know personally. They were fucking hella upset that he lost. But
I thought he could have won. There was some really good near falls in this match that I was like, this is it? But what happens afterwards, well, we'll talk about.
So, like we said, he gets V-triggered with the thumbtacks. Kenny puts thumbtacks in his mouth. V-triggers him out of his mouth. Kind of like what the Bucks did to Kingston on the 2 weeks ago.
Street fight.
Yeah, in the street fight.
Real guerrilla fair vibes here.
Yes. And then the ending of the match where Omega puts him up. He has him in the one-winged angle position. He turns him around, right? And I was so hoping he would do it, and I was so glad he did. Turns around, one-winged angel into the thumbtacks. The perfect ending for this brutal match. Omega
This match
retains.
was really good. 27 minutes of just awesome, old school, like hardcore action. Sammy always pulls through when it comes towards these hardcore matches, except for that Trey Miguel one, which I didn't think was all that great.
I think you should have won that one.
But you look back at like the match with Tessa, the match with Pentagon. I'm forgetting somebody else. Well, I can't remember, but you know what I mean. All these, Sammy has been one of the main driving forces that's keeping Impact's main event scene alive. He knows when to bring it when he needs to. It was him and Kenny Omega. I don't think it's ever happened before, at least not to my knowledge.
Not that I know of, no.
Kenny continues to prove why he is, if not one of the best wrestlers in the world today, because he's so versatile and he can really do any kind of match.
Everything, dude. And he's
don't tell Twitter that.
Look, I don't fucking give a shit what fucking Twitter. I don't know how you can. I don't know how you can possibly
Roman Reigns.
I don't know how you could possibly look at a fucking dude. Like how much of a brainwashed moron do you have to be to see that
Roman Reigns?
No, I love Roman.
First of all, I just want to ask Adam. I think you meant the match where OVE fought LAX.
That's what I meant. The barbed wire massacre.
Yes.
I'm just gonna say it. People need to Yeah. All I'm gonna say is people need to shut the fuck up and realize that both Roman Reigns and Kenny Omega are the best in their own respective ways, because there can't be just one of the best in this giant versatile world we have.
I just don't understand I'm so loyal to this one brand that I can't recognize anything else that's good. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Especially when we talk about...
I'll tell you what brand I'm loyal to. Fucking wrestling.
Exactly.
I'm loyal to the wrestling brand.
But listen, the small caveat is I don't know how you can say these things comparing the two main events when both main events were completely different in their own right, but one of them was just a little bit more entertaining.
And we'll talk.
We'll talk about it, but yeah. But I agree. Listen, I love what Roman's doing right now, and yeah, was it getting stale? Sure, but that's WWE. Everything gets stale because they run it into the ground in like 2 weeks, and then it's like, well, shit, now what do we do?
Yeah.
On my hole.
Exactly, on my hole. Remember that, kids?
Oh, God.
But you look at this main event, and it's like, I think people were expecting it to be a lot more shenanigan-based, and it really wasn't. It really just was these two the whole match.
Yeah.
They let these two have a match, and that was what needed to happen, and this was fantastic.
Absolutely. I love this.
Impact knows how to do a hardcore match. They always have, going back to the Abyss days and Sabu. They're an underrated company when it comes towards how they present a hardcore style. They really make it brutal and really showcase what two men are really fighting for. And it's not about the hardcore weapons, it's about the title and what they are willing to do to get there. This was a fantastic booked main event. I can't ask for a better main event.
So, of course, Callahan loses. All the elite, they're in the ring. The Good Brothers, their tag belts. Omega with his world championship. Don Callis finally being on top despite him being fired from Impact. Everything's looking good for the elite. Until
Millhouse.
Until lights go out.
The lights go out, and again, it's not Sabu here. But instead, the Bullet Club logo shows up.
Bullet Club! And I was like, oh shit. Is Tama?
Is it Tama? Is it Kenta?
Like,
no! It's motherfucking Jay White!
Fuck, it's the leader!
That shit! That's what's fucking up! He made that fucking promise! Made it! Fucking made it!
The current Neverweight Open Champion. The leader of the Bullet Club. Not Tama or Kenta, like a captain. No, the main leader of the Bullet Club
goes
up to confront Kenny Omega What a moment!
Let me just.
I just wish it was in front of more people.
Yeah.
What makes it better is the fact of how when Jay and Kenny first fought, Jay's moment was overshadowed completely by the Golden Lovers. Now this time, Jay White did the fucking interrupting himself.
I just hope Impact does right by this one. I mean, the Kenny Omega one, they had a little bit of steam, but it felt like they didn't capitalize on it as quick as they should have. And it's one of the biggest issues Impact deals with. And again, it also has to do with the fact that they're on a channel that not a lot of people have. But like, they can't get over a certain number of views. And all these big things like this. I mean, again, I don't know if you mentioned, but Bound for Glory in Vegas this year, AAA, AEW, NWA, and TNA all will be represented in some form of capacity on that show. This should be like the wrestling company that everybody's talking about, and it just doesn't get that praise or the admiration it deserves. And that's the biggest thing Impact deals with. And it could be because they're on a channel that nobody has, or people still have the Impact like bad taste in their mouth. But like Jay White just showed up, and yeah, people talked about it, but I didn't feel like it was as big as it needs to be. And that's Impact needs to do that.
I think in terms of everything, because this goes on to the spoilers of the tapings, because this is set up for the New Japan show, Resurgence, that is happening in a month. And that's where I was going to ask, like, do you want to talk about spoilers on here, considering we don't talk about Impact on this show? Or do you just want to wait and watch that for yourself?
I will disappear for a few seconds, and you guys can talk about
that. Okay. I'm giving him 5 seconds.
Honestly?
I'm giving him 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright. This whole thing, I love it. As a huge Jay White fan, this brought a smile to my face. But I feel like Impact's having to rely on like the AEW and the New Japan guys to really elevate that. I feel like if they brought like some of their own stars onto the table, it could be a lot better. Not saying it's any bad now, but yeah.
It just feels like this whole thing, it's not just Impact. It finally feels like this is a collaborative effort between all wrestling companies, and I think that's the main takeaway from it, because the whole thing was to set up like an Impact pay-per-view where the Never Openweight champion comes on to promote their show, New Japan Pro Wrestling Resurgence, which is happening in August, where Omega is going to be defending that Impact championship on that show. So after reading what had happened and saying that was the case, I could understand why they did it on the show. Like, people can argue, like, was this the right moment? Was this the big enough crowd? And thinking about, like, everything that's going on with Omega and AEW right now, and considering that he's got to fight Andrade at Triple Mania in, like, a few months, I believe, this is you don't want to just oversaturate, Omega on just AEW. You want to save that stuff for other shows like Impact and New Japan and other places he's going to be. So I can understand the thing where it's like, oh, maybe we should have done this in like a bigger area. Maybe we should have done this in AEW. But it feels like you have to save this. If you want this to feel like an actual collaborative effort, then obviously Impact and New Japan and all these other places, they've got to get, the special moments as well. It can't just be all elite wrestling all the time.
Right. And while we're on the topic of Kenny Omega, I want to say that I know when I know that the fucking this shit with the title collector stuff and the whole elite thing, people aren't too behind it, but it honestly, this whole thing about like how the elite's image is like kind of like them on being unstoppable, it kind of makes it feel better for when Hangman Page inevitably breaks that feeling of invincibility. And I genuinely can't wait for that.
Absolutely. Alright, Adam, you can come back. If he can hear me through his microphone, But overall, with this pay-per-view, I would say a pretty good showing from Impact all around. I thought that, look, the very important part of the show, I believe, is the ending. And I thought they ended off in a very, very good high note. The main event slapped.
Very, very good note.
Yeah, the main event slapped. The Ultimate X slapped. I thought the women's title match was very good. And, some of the stuff, we could argue about what didn't need to be here and whatever. I thought, overall, they did a pretty good job with what they had.
Yes, they did very good with Slammiversary.
Impact has been proven that, we have 4 pay-per-views a year. We're going to make sure that every time we do one of these, everybody's talking about us, and that's what they do. They just need to keep the momentum.
Absolutely. But, enough of that. Enough with the Impact. Enough with the AEW. Enough with the Michael Elgin violations.
Fuck you, Michael Elgin.
Exactly. It is time to get down to brass tacks, Adam. It's time to get down to Money in the Bank. The first
money.
pay-per-view in front of a crowd since WrestleMania.
The first full capacity crowd.
Yes. That's what
not even since Mania. Since 16 months or however many weeks because they didn't shut the fuck up about it.
So,
but, for criticisms aside, I thought this was really good.
Yeah, I thought this was a pretty entertaining show.
It was an excellent show.
I guess we should start off with the kickoff show first. Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio taking on the Usos. This match... I will say this, the match was really good. The match was obviously really good. You got Rey.
Oh, yeah.
You got the Usos, you got the Mysterios. It's hard for this match not to be good. However, that's just not the problem here. The match ending with, I believe it was Rey who got rolled up by one of the Usos, who then the other Uso put his foot
roll
in.
up.
Yeah, got the roll-up victory and got the titles.
Well, it's not really even the roll-up.
WWE's over-reliance on the roll-up is being being shown.
The issue isn't really even in the roll-up. It's the issue that people are having with the winner.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was going to bring up. All of this coming legitimately 2 weeks after the whole DUI situation with Jimmy Uso. Not only this being the 4th time this DUI shit has actually happened, but also this isn't even the first time that they've done this whole thing where the Usos are one of the Usos are in the news and it's not good and they're fighting for a tag title. Oh, what's going to happen? And then they just win.
Oh, this doesn't surprise me because WWE tend to just go with things even when it's controversial or not. I mean, come on.
I know, but it's still not a good look. Like,
it's not.
Very obvious that Jimmy Uso needs help. And it's very obvious that by having him, get shit like this, like these tag title runs, it's not really reprimanding him for his actions. It's not really holding him accountable. And that's the problem where everybody has with it. It just doesn't seem like they care, which is the big problem.
Yeah, they don't. And that's the main issue we have here, is their realization is causing them some of their most loyal viewers on these situations.
You don't want to see this go down like an uglier route, which it very much well could. So, like I said, the match was really good. I liked it. Just it kind of defeats the purpose when you know
It's not even like relaxation. It's more like, oh, we have this story, and we need to make sure that this doesn't get fucked with. So let's completely forget about this real life thing. Because yeah, on paper, it makes sense to have the bloodline have all the gold.
It does.
But 2 weeks after, and like even then, even like 2 weeks ago, plenty of people have said that when this shit happens, WWE's usually has like some kind of a statement or like the person is responsible for their own actions. Jimmy had the DUI and they kept quiet about it all. No like report about it on the website. Nothing really at all. Just completely like that never happened. We're just gonna forget that it happened and move on.
Yeah.
Because WWE tend to think that their fans are stupid.
Well, because they know that the majority of the fans, and truthfully it is, the majority of the WWE fan base are not reading the tabloids like we are. They're not. They're purposely not going out of their way to spoil their WWE. And because of that, they know, the W that is, that loyal fan base, which is their moneymaker, their bread maker, since they're not going to do that, they can do shit like this, and there's not going to be a repercussion. But eventually there's going to be a repercussion if Jimmy, if this happens again, and God forbid, hurts someone that's not employed by this company.
Yeah. It's not a good situation for anybody.
So like, well, on paper, yes, awesome, I get it. But at the same time, you gotta look at the real world type of thing here.
Because it's a very real situation.
Why are we rewarding? We shouldn't be rewarding something like this.
Well,
but I thought the match itself was fine. Nothing like awfully crazy or special, except for the weird ass Mysterio's entrance. They come out of a Stargate.
Yeah,
I didn't understand that.
They come out of a Stargate now. I don't get it.
Stop the Mysterio slander.
It just was stupid. I didn't get it.
Well, we should probably get on to the main show of this card, and we start off with the women's Money in the Bank ladder match.
No!
This match sucked. Can't even lie.
Oh, I could say so fucking much right now.
This match was not.
Positive.
Fucking dog piss.
Compared to the men's Money in the Bank. Okay, go with your positives, because I don't have much.
Alexa's got cool gear again.
Yeah.
She does.
And she didn't win.
And Liv Morgan had eyes on her tits.
Mm-hmm.
That was something that happened. And
yes,
Naomi
that was very intriguing.
And Naomi was very over.
She was.
And I liked Liv a lot in this match. I thought she should have won.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the ending was creative.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
This match was awful.
So, no, okay. You know what? No, fuck that. You were worried about Adam going on a tangent. Ah, great, here we fucking go. So, I'm sitting here, watching the match, I'm like, okay, cool. Like, Alexa's probably gonna win. It'll be fine. I wouldn't care too much. Fucking Hurricane Jr. over here fucking just climbs up and grabs a briefcase. And that's it. Nothing fucking special. And I'm just sitting here in complete fucking stun on my bed, just wanting to leap off, see if I fucking break something. And I've never been so fucking mad in my entire life. Because the person who should have won was staring you right in the face and Liv Morgan. Anyway, continue on.
I have nothing against Nikki Ash or Nikki ASH or whatever, Nikki Ass, whatever the fuck it is.
So, this match had like 3 features. It was Alexa Bliss and whatever the fuck Alexa Bliss was doing, because most of the time she'd just be standing, and the camera would like immediately forget whatever else was happening just to focus on Alexa standing completely still.
All I'm going to say is, out of everybody in this match, besides maybe Liv, Alexa was the most over.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Exactly.
I'm not going to deny that. These people love this shit. I don't get it, but they fucking love this shit.
How can you like this? This
I'm loving it again.
Look, okay, I'll be honest. I'll be completely honest. I said this in the Kwan fan server, and I'll say it here. The Fiend Bliss character can be done. It's just someone else could have done it better.
I agree.
Adam.
I disagree.
I don't... This whole thing is very not it. I think people like it for right now. I don't think this is going to maintain any type of momentum going forward. Also, who the fuck decided it was a good idea to put Tamina in a ladder match?
No, here's my question. No, that's another thing that bothered me. This is just a nitpick. I don't like when champions are in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Don't like it. I hate it.
They really said, we gotta put Natalya and Tamina in this motherfucker.
Budget cut.
They really... They didn't do a damn thing.
Budget.
They didn't do a damn thing. Tamina can't even take that many dangerous bumps. So I don't even get what the fucking point was. Naomi and Liv were pretty much the workhorses in this whole thing. Zelina got fucking brainwashed.
Don't tell Pat McAfee that, who, I love Pat McAfee, but I did not agree with his call of Natalya being the MVP of the match.
Yeah, whatever. Just because she was in there for the fucking longest doesn't mean she was the MVP.
Can we talk about the awful, this long-ass tug-of-war ladder spot with Liv?
The match was just uncomfortable to look at.
It was! And then you had this fucking shitty-ass dive with fucking Nikki, who's on top of the ladder, and it almost looked like she almost fucked it up. And then all the other women got to do... And it barely got a reaction. It barely got a reaction.
Oh, I forgot. Nikki literally almost clipped her foot on the top rope. I was like, oh shit, her neck is about to break.
Again...
I give them credit. They were trying things, but I think, a lot of people have said, and I think it agrees, really. A lot of these women are not meant for a ladder match.
No, they're not. And you know what? That's fine. That's absolutely okay. All right.
I look at Zelina Vega. Besides the Alexa Bliss thing, what the hell did she do in this match? Nothing. She did nothing. There were points where I was like, "Where did Zelina Vega go? Wasn't she in this?" I would have thought her and Liv would have come. It would have come down to the two of them since we were having the story happening. I thought Sonya Deville would get involved and fuck Liv Morgan over, at least to add to that. Instead, like I said, I thought the ending was creative. I liked the whole she just kind of they're all fighting and no,
Shayna screwing over Alexa because of the
Sonya Deville screwing over Liv because that was the
story. Is that Liv was in the
Shayna and Alexa. That's we're past that. That's done.
Liv was in the story where she was trying to get into the Money in the Bank ladder match. She was winning all of her matches on SmackDown, but Sonya just kept refusing to put her in the match until.
All right, so maybe we'll have something there related, but that never really happened.
No. Instead,
and then it ended.
Instead, the finish.
It had a pop.
The finish was like, how do we make every single woman in this fucking match look as dumb as possible? By having them all fight on top of the ladder while Nikki just sneaks across, climbs up a fucking ladder, and grabs the briefcase and leaves.
Like I said, I thought it was a creative finish because I haven't seen it before. But I don't agree. I didn't agree with the winner, and I guess we'll wait a few to talk about what happens after when we get to Charlotte and Rhea. But I don't like what's coming from it. I like Nikki Cross a lot. and I know she's really happy about this gimmick and all that. I
don't give a fuck if she thought of it. I don't give a fuck the fucking polar bears from Antarctica thought of it. I don't give a fuck fucking Santa Claus thought of it.
like, I feel like
You mean North of the North?
like
Home of the
she
North?
clearly sees something special about this, whether it's like her whole like idea of the positivity thing behind it, or for children, and like I get it, and that's what makes me feel like bad trashing it, because it's like I get the intention behind this. I like the execution of it could be so much better. I mean,
Shit.
I would have just went full on superhero with it, but like she's not a superhero.
This shit is ass juice. And this match
And then
is
she
ass
won,
juice.
and then she won the briefcase. And like after she won it, I sat there and was like, there are like 3 other women that could have won this besides you. Could have like Naomi,
Morgan.
Liv, or even Alexa, because I thought, well, if Alexa wins it, she could do something funny with like the weird magic stuff. Like I could see something. Instead, like Nikki wins, and like the crowd popped, but I think the crowd popped more because it was like, whoa,
That came out of nowhere.
that came out of nowhere. All right, cool. But like, man, you know, out of all the other women's Money in the Bank ladder matches, and this has only been the 5th one. Well, no, the 6th one. I forget about that awful SmackDown in James Ellsworth. They've all been better.
I'm sick of talking about this match.
I hate it. I fucking despise it. Fuck
But-
her and fuck everything she tries to fucking stand for. I don't give a fuck. Next match.
But you pass this match across, and the rest of the show is pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I agree.
After that, we get a Roman and Uso promo. I have this written down, but I didn't really see it. Did anybody catch what they said?
Nope.
Not anyone? Nobody? Not even you, Krim?
What?
Roman Uso promo. Did you watch that?
Oh yeah, I did. I liked it.
Did you catch what they said?
No, I did not.
Okay. Well then.
Prison bitch Jimmy Uso.
Okay.
Oh, now I hate it.
Alright.
Now I hate it.
Viking Raiders taking on AJ Styles and Omos.
This match was kind of surprising.
Okay, I'm gonna call out Status here real quick. Status, fuck you for not liking Omos, alright? Omos is great. Go
We
fuck yourself.
stand
Alright.
Omo.
Well, I don't know if I'd say
We-
he's great.
He's
'cause
the fucking
he's-
best! He's the greatest! He's the greatest of all time. That's not
Okay,
even
I
fucking-
think for being, I get it.
Stand
He's
Omos.
listen. I
He
love
did
Omos
the
too,
Collie Bomb, Adam! The
Yes,
Collie
I get it.
Oh
Bomb!
my god, yes.
but he is still green.
He's
as-
taking inspiration from the greatest big man of all time!
Exactly.
I'm sorry, but this man can't sell for shit.
He's not supposed to sell!
So why
He's
is
a
he
big
trying?
man.
So why is he trying to sell?
No, he does the big man thing where you gotta wobble, 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 but I'm
Yeah,
not
but
gonna
he's
knock
not-
down.
He's not good. Listen, putting him with AJ Styles is the best thing that they could do to get this guy some exposure. The crowd loves him. I think he's great. He's clearly still green as fuck though, because AJ Styles is this whole match.
He's the best. He's the greatest.
His
thought this-
his choke slam is really good though.
He has a good choke.
Almost
He
got.
fucking body slammed Hanson. He gave him a gorilla press. Dude, almost is awesome. Dude,
He threw them around like fucking dog meat, bro.
I think-
dog meat.
Jesus
All I'm gonna say is Omos for WWE champion.
I think Adam needs to get off this
Can we
fucking
get almost
hater.
for GCW?
Adam needs to
Hey, look, I said I like Omos. I just think he's
get,
Well,
off,
That's it.
he's got a lot of
That's
work
it.
still.
get off
that
this
is it.
haterade.
I said I liked this match. I was surprised. I really expected this to be a really quick match.
Yeah,
And that's not what happened, actually.
workhorse
I
almost
gotta
proving
say,
you wrong again.
the spot of this match, I mean, yeah, you could maybe say it was the gorilla press to Hansen. The spot of this match was this AJ Styles rebound off the rope. Almost says, fuck off, tosses AJ, and connects with a Hurricane Run on the outside.
That was dope.
This man is 45 years old. I've never seen AJ Styles do that before.
He's fucking ridiculous. I don't know if he'll ever lose whatever he has, because it seems like he'll just be fucking great forever.
That was the highlight for me. I thought the Viking Raiders looked good. I always forget that they're still employed.
Fuck the Viking Raiders. This shit wasn't. Nobody give a fuck about the goddamn Viking Raiders. It's about Omos, baby.
I want the Viking experience.
Fucking
Bro, Omos, Rixie, and Crimrocker. Let's get that trio.
Oh, yeah. You already know it.
Me and Crim are going to employ Omos, and we're going to rule the world.
I used to rule the world.
So, after that, we get. Oh my god. We get
Go ahead.
We get a backstage promo.
Well, hold on. We have to tell how it ended.
What? How did it? Oh yeah, I already said he did a Kali bomb and he won.
Oh, I didn't think you said that.
No,
Well, yeah, I almost hits the Kali bomb onto Raymond Rowe. I don't know what his fucking name is.
It's Ivar.
Ivar, Eric Ivar, whatever, Eric Bischoff. AJ and Almost retain pretty decent
Almost
tag team title match. I was very impressed. I thought this was going to be a straight up squash match. They saved the squash match for what's up next.
Almost. Well,
we have a segment.
We got a fucking
talk about it.
Segment that I have to begrudgingly go over because of how fucking awful it was. Fucking Drew McIntyre backstage. You can audibly hear the boos.
Yeah, people. He's starting to get booed late.
Yeah, no shit. Listen to this fucking promo. He started cutting a goddamn top babyface promo. It was like, people in the audience.
And today I'm gonna tell you how I got me started from the Viking War of 2064.
I don't need
that's
to
been
win
like
this
his gimmick now, hasn't it? It's like he does like history lessons. I'm like, what happened? What are we doing with?
They're doing the cheesy.
I ever tell you the story?
The cheesy babyface route with Drew McIntyre now that he's like the fucking company guy now, and it's just
Let me tell you a story about how my life got switched up, turned upside down.
Let me tell you a story all about how my life got turned upside down.
Decorum. We need decorum. Rick, go away.
Bullshit. This shit sucked ass.
No, here's the thing about it. I'm just gonna slither back.
Rick, he said go away.
No.
God.
Point. Go ahead. Quick point.
My quick point I will say is, Drew McIntyre's babyface can be great. Just make him the badass, what Eddie was going into WrestleMania.
Well, he was, and then I don't know what the hell happened.
He was a badass tonight, but we'll get into that whenever.
No, I mean, listen, he's still a badass in the ring. I just don't know what this gimmick is.
Whoa, Nessie!
But speaking of badasses, the next match for the WWE Championship,
the Almighty Bobby Lashley
taking on Kofi Kingston, who Kofi comes out to, if not the best use of the WWE VR I've ever seen, with this amazing, Super Mario Brother inspired video game set that is just 360ing around Kofi as he makes his way. I thought out of everything they've done VR-wise, this is the best thing they've done. This shit was awesome looking.
So, before the match happens, we have a video package basically explaining what's going on. Kofi says, you're getting fucking soft and complacent now that you have that belt, and you have all these women that you like to fuck. And he's like, coming soft now. He's like, and Bobby's like, no, I'm not. And then fucking Kofi beats MVP. It's like, oh shit, maybe I am. And he's like, alright, let me fight Xavier. And he loses to Xavier. And he's like, this fucking shit sucks and I hate it. And then he's like,
fuck these bitches.
Take all these whores
here.
And take
all these whores. Get all these whores out of here. I'll get these fucking couches. These fucking stupid couches. Fuck you, MVP. Fuck this shit. Fuck all of it. I just want to kill people. I'm a monster. I want to hurt. I want to hurt people.
I want to hurt business.
I want to hurt business.
I'm going to put you in the hurt lock. I'm going to hurt you.
So it's been the whole feud, and then on the other side of it was pretty much MVP questioning Kofi if he still had what it took to be the main event again, talking how, all he's doing is fun and games and this and that, and he's not taking shit seriously, and maybe Xavier Woods is holding him down. I thought out of the majority of the video packages, and also just in general, like build up week by week, this was one of the best built stories of the night, and then the match itself was also really well done.
So I have to be honest, I had to go back and watch this because I kind of fell asleep after the first two matches because I was very tired. And when I had gotten back to watching the show,
great! You don't even get.
No. Let me finish. So when I got into a call with the other guys, I asked what happened. It's like, oh, Kofi got squashed, kind of like what he did, like what happened with Lesnar. I was like, oh, really? So today I went back. I watched the rest.
Oh, it was way different.
No, it was way worse. It was way worse than...
Yeah, but it was worse, but in a good way.
It was worse in a good way. It's like this...
where the Brock one was clearly like, this is hurting Kofi. This was added to Bobby and still made Kofi look like a star.
So...
Because Bobby, Kofi gets a little bit of offense, but then Bobby...
No. So this is what happens. So bell rings. MVP distracts Kofi. Bobby goes for the kill early. Kofi rolls him up at first, then Kofi hits a double foot stomp for a count of 2, and that's where the buck stops. That was the end of Kofi's run completely.
It's just murder, to the point where, when he started doing the Dominators, the people were chanting, one more
time!
I was like, wow, holy shit, one, we're really into the Bobby thing, but, this is Kofi, and, that's something. But Kofi's still over, people were booing after he lost and stuff. Spoiler there, yeah, he, gets locked in the, Hurt Lock, and, Kofi...
No shit, he lost.
Kofi is dying, the commentary team doing a really good job, just screaming at the trying to get the ref to just end it, and call us over and everything. Kofi lightly taps out. And that's the match. Again, I thought the storytelling in this one really made Bobby look like a beast. The commentary, too. Also, commentary tonight was on their game as well.
The whole point of this match was to reestablish Bobby Lashley as the dominant person on the Raw brand. And I think it did its job very well. He killed Kofi. And God bless Kofi at this point, because he's just an all-in guy with the company at this point. So he's a very giving person. He gave a lot to Lashley in this match. Lashley fucking killed this poor man.
I was happy to see the Dominator again.
Ramming him 3 times in the post, giving him 3 Dominators. He was ragdolling him around with these pup handle suplexes. There's this point where he literally just tosses Kofi, and I thought Kofi landed on his neck. And it was at some point, it was very hard to watch. The Dominators, I'm so glad he's brought back the Dominator as well. And I hope he uses that more often. The Hurt Lock, I think this is the most convincing Hurt Lock he's ever put in so far in his career.
Yeah.
He really dug in there.
They've been building that move up more than they did with fucking Master Lock.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Chris Masters sucks. So,
How dare you?
He is. He's an awful, awful trash.
So, Bobby Lashley, he wins.
Good match. Good match for what it was. This was more of a story.
Yeah.
More of a segment than it really was a match, just to make Bobby
look
good because of his upcoming match with
Goldberg! By the way, Goldberg made his return to this week's Raw, in case we didn't mention that.
Goldberg.
Bobby Lashley, SummerSlam.
Yeah, fucking Lashley annihilated Kofi, bro. I genuinely liked it too. Not mad at it.
Yeah. Like we said, this was the complete opposite of the Brock Lesnar Kofi squash, where this added instead of detracting. So I give them credit for that. Is there a segment before the next match?
There is not. It goes right into...
You go right into this match I didn't watch.
Rhea versus Charlotte Flair. So this...
I said I'm okay, and I played Yu-Gi-Oh!
You missed out big time, because I thought this was a fantastic...
That was a goated match.
It was really fucking good. So
it started off with a lot of Becky chants. I was chanting along, and then I completely zoned out.
Becky... So the crowd at the start chants, "We want Becky." Charlotte immediately was not having any of it and flipped him off.
I'd like to go back. For talking about the crowd being on point tonight. Going back to the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, every single person who came out had a good reaction, except for Tamina, who got nothing.
Yeah.
And she was clearly pissed off about it.
Yeah.
And it was so funny. It was so funny. Fuck Tamina.
I mean,
anyway.
Come on. What were you expecting?
So Rhea and Charlotte, say what you want about this feud and how we got to this point and how it seemed like both women were fucking heels going into this one, except when Rhea came out and she was slapping hands with fans, so I guess she was the face in this whole thing. But these two work really well together. They work very, very well together. Rhea hit a cool senton onto Charlotte at one point. She hit this sick deadlift suplex onto Charlotte where she basically had to use all of her upper body strength.
That I did see. Crazy strength from Rhea.
That was goddamn ridiculous. There was a point in the match where Charlotte hits her outside moonsault, and I don't give a shit what anybody says. They just... It
seemed as if that suplex moment was the turnaround for this match, but by that point I was like, I'm already kind of checked out. But I didn't. I saw the moonsault. My favorite part that I caught was the top rope natural selection.
Oh my god, yes! She hit that. I thought it was over.
Bro.
I thought it was over. Okay.
And also, I thought the ending, the torque that Charlotte gave with her back, I was like, how much closer can you get to your legs, little woman? Like she bent her ass back real fucking tight. Maybe I'll go back and rewatch it, because I just thought, I thought the beginning was really, slow, and obviously the crowd was completely not having it. They came around towards the end.
They were really into it by the end of it.
But I mean, so Charlotte wins. Now she's a 14-time or 12-time or 11-time.
They're saying 14-time women's champion.
14-time women's champion. Now, we could end there and say, all right, sure, let's see what happens next. Oh, we saw what happened next. Yep. Because on Raw, they had a rematch. Another one. Because that's what we do in the WWE. The match ends clean. We have rematches. The match ended in a DQ, only for Nikki Ash to cash in the Money in the Bank and win the Raw Women's title a night after she won it.
And this is the third time Charlotte's been cashed on for a women's title. Third time.
This is also I do believe, the fourth time now that the women's specific Money in the Bank briefcase not make it past 24 hours.
Yep.
Just quick history, Alexa and Bayley both cashed in on the same night. Asuka was gifted the belt because it just so happened to be in the briefcase. I still don't understand that one. And then Nikki Ash, the literal day after, cashes in to become the Raw Women's title. Only Carmella, the smart one, to hold the briefcase for almost an entire year.
Yep.
The second time around. So, again, the match, great. Obviously, but what's the fallout that we now know? What was the point of all of this?
The point is to give Charlotte
this giant feud that had been going on for months.
The point is to give Charlotte her 15th Women's Championship. That's what.
But it's clear that she's gonna fight Rhea again, probably at SummerSlam at some point in some stipulation match.
It will be a triple threat match in which Charlotte will get the belt back.
So what the hell is the point then in any of this? This is why people hate Charlotte.
There is no point.
They have crowds now. And
this is why people hate
They need to
Charlotte.
reel in people as much as possible. Because they now
Well, the way you do that is by having Charlotte win the belt, to lose the belt, to win it back.
To get a reaction, as much as painfully cheap and as hollow as it is a reaction that they want.
Yeah, but what's going to happen in like 3 years from now? When Charlotte's like a 24-time women's champion, and it's like, well, what the hell are we doing anymore?
You think I know? You think I have any clue?
By the way, also, we didn't mention this, but like to mention how like minute these women's rosters are becoming. Even though SmackDown's getting loaded up, Raw losing people. We didn't mention Mandy Rose is now in NXT for some reason. Dana Brooke is pregnant. By the way,
so that would probably explain that.
Yeah, but why not just give Mandy a singles rub on Raw?
Yeah, why would
the Raw women's division
they traded Mandy Rose for Aaliyah.
Your Raw women's division right now is Charlotte, Rhea, a fake superhero, Bliss, Eva Marie, and Doudrop.
Doudrop.
Where the hell were they?
They were on Raw. They're feuding with Alexa Bliss now.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, that's sure, I guess. And Asuka, who just lost her tag partner, Naomi. So, again, tag team, and Nia and Shayna. Like, who don't get to do anything of value.
They were nowhere on this show.
No, they weren't. They were not on this show at all. And now Nikki's the women's champion because merchandise, I guess.
Yeah, baby.
I don't understand how people can be like, WWE has the best pound-for-pound women's division in wrestling when shit like this is happening. Yeah.
Oh, no, they absolutely do have the best division. They have the best women's wrestlers, I believe. Like, you look at the talent pool of wrestlers on that roster, and you think about any other company in the world that could have that type of talent, I think they would thrive. But no. Not fucking Vince McMahon, baby. He's gotta find a way to fuck this shit up for the rest of us. And I love it. I fucking love it.
Now I'm even more happy that I checked out of this match, because if I would have been invested, I would have been completely, like, what the hell was I supposed to be invested for the next night when Nikki cashes in?
Nikki cashing in?
Yeah, but even then, I wasn't
invested in.
I wasn't, like, happy about it. I was more like, what just happened? It happened so quick. She wins the belt, fade to black, bye, we'll see you next week.
Exactly.
Like, why? We've spent months on this Rhea and Charlotte thing.
Mm-hmm.
Only for it to just end.
Yep.
Why couldn't Rhea have retained, and then Charlotte costed Rhea the belt tonight, and then Nikki can cash in? At least then, it's not flip-flopping the belt.
6-time women's champion, baby. You know how this shit works.
Oh, yeah, stupid. You already know
Honest,
it.
I'm sorry. It's all fucking stupid.
It took Cena nearly a decade and a half to reach that point, but Charlotte, we're fucking spearheading through this shit.
Well, remember, she was like 5-time women's champion in the span of a month when her and Sasha were dropping the belt every night on Raw.
Yeah, damn right. Yeah, damn right.
Look, I like Charlotte as a wrestler. I hate the Charlotte booking. She's worse than Roman Reigns booking-wise at this point.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's a damn shame. Poor Charlotte, because she's really good. And I still think Rhea's not great, so I still don't see the appeal in Rhea.
You need to wake up.
Yeah, I did wake up years ago when the rightful Australian should have been given the opportunity.
All I'm hearing
in Tony Storm.
Haterade.
No, haterade. I'm just part of the storm.
Well, after that,
Alright, so after this, you fell asleep. So, I'm going to talk to Krim about this.
No. I woke up and I watched the rest of the show.
He said no.
No. Did you have any of the issues that everybody else did?
Oh, you're talking about the Peacock.
So that's why I want to
Yes,
ask
I had
Grim.
that. Yes, I did. I had that.
Kaya,
Yes.
you don't understand the amount of pain that
I saw
people were sitting through.
I saw the reaction on
ends.
Twitter.
This match ends,
Uh-huh.
and they start showing like a Peacock commercial. By the way,
Yeah.
because on Peacock you get commercials for Peacock shows.
For shows that you're already a service that you already fucking paid for.
Which,
right?
by the way, from what I've heard from plenty of people who don't have the non-commercial free Peacock that watch Peacock,
Mm-hmm.
not once during the entire month of July did anybody ever see a promo or commercial on Peacock for Money in the Bank. So that just shows you how much Peacock or NBC really give a shit about this fucking thing.
Obviously.
Because the match ends, and all of a sudden, it starts buffering. Now, it was buffered. Now, the entire night, I had slight buffer issues. Just quick little, like, it takes a few seconds here and there. This might be the worst I've ever seen a streaming service shit the fucking bed. From the end of the Rhea Ripley Charlotte match up until the beginning of the Money in the Bank match, completely unwatchable. Completely unwatchable. Black screens, disjointed voices, pixelation all over the place, jitteriness, back and forth, back and forth. There was no consistency. It wasn't just us. It was the entire country. Other people who have the network, they got to watch it. But Jesus fucking Christ.
Here's this bullshit I don't get. Why is it that we have to deal with Peacock, but the entire else of the fucking world can have the network for free?
Because NBC
But
bought
what
the
did we
streaming
do?
rights. Because NBC bought the US streaming rights. And again, that continues to my point that this company is going to be sold in like 2 years. Because they don't care. It took them, I mean, I could only imagine what the hell was happening in Gorilla and backstage during this.
I'm pretty sure
I have never in my life on Twitter seen wrestling journalists asking fans for illegal websites to stream. The funniest one was Ryan Satin, because he's a pleb. Pretty much having to cry because he knows he can't ask for an illegal site because he works for the W, so fuck you, Ryan Satin. But Jesus, my entire timeline was nothing but Peacock-related, like, fuck Peacock. Peacock sucks. Fuck this shit. I'm gonna go watch an illegal site. Guess I'm not watching the rest of the Money in the Bank. I wonder how many people didn't know that the show was back and just stopped watching altogether. Because I almost did. I found a website and was like, alright, I guess I'm going to use this and just not watch the Peacock. And then it started to come back. But like, holy shit. Like a good 15 minutes of just unwatchable TV in the middle. And not only in the middle, like, if this would have happened during the Charlotte or Rhea match, okay, sure, whatever, it still would have sucked. But right before the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, the namesake of the pay-per-view, apparently I went back and watched it. There's a really funny segment with Rick Boogs and Riddle, and they're singing Randy Orton's theme song.
No.
They were singing Randy Orton's theme song. It was really good. Rick
No,
Boogs
it wasn't.
rules.
No, the fucking wasn't.
It was very funny. I enjoyed it. Nakamura doing the RKO, doing the Orton pose as Kevin Owens.
I hate this.
Disgust.
I fucking hate it.
I love Rick Boogs. Yeah, so, last thoughts, Krim. Do you have anything to say about the awful Peacock experience?
Honestly, I didn't experience it much, because while everyone else was experiencing it, my Peacock was perfectly fine. Didn't do a thing.
Well, aren't you lucky?
It did it for a little bit, and then I just turned over to watch wrestling. Yeah, shocker. But then it came back very quickly, so I'm fine.
But Jesus Christ, people are paying money for
bro.
And this is what I said. I was telling my friend this. The difference between Peacock and the network. When the network existed, the only people that were signing on to the bandwidth of the network were wrestling fans. You don't understand that the Peacock is not just for WWE. It is a streaming service that also, on the regular, has like 50 different live streaming channels that you can go through of different content. People are not just using the Peacock to watch wrestling. There are other people in this country that aren't wrestling fans that are just going on to watch The Office or Modern Family or the news for all I care, or sports or the Olympics. So you're taking not just the million or so WWE people. Now you're also adding in the other millions or so Peacock subscribers who are watching their own content. You know how much bandwidth is happening at that moment? This is a baby streaming service that's been around for less than a year. It does not have the power to be doing shit like this. What the hell? Imagine if this happened during Mania.
I love how the one tangent he decides to go on, it's about a fucking streaming service.
Because it pissed me off.
I look, dude, I get it.
I miss the network. And not only that, add on top of what happened this week where people's VPNs are officially getting shut down from using the network.
Yeah, I saw that.
So now all those newer subscribers are signing in that they didn't have beforehand.
That sucks.
Here's my question.
Too much
You know
power.
I know how all this would have been solved. Had you kept the network, then we wouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah, but remember, Krim, money, 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 money.
Yeah, money.
Money, 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 money. Because remember, this is the same company, and NBC2 to their credit, that thought, well, you know, we're just going to get all the WWE Network people are just going to come on over automatically and everything's going to be fine. Yeah, bullshit. I still can't rewind.
So
now
we'll get on to something that was, you know, a little less shit, to say the very least. In fact, it was actually fucking pretty great.
Well, yeah,
match.
this Money in the Bank ladder match was fucking sick. Thank God I got to watch it. Thank God I got to watch it.
I loved it.
Very much the complete opposite of the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. This one was just...
Well, I think it has to do with the fact that there was a good variety of talent in this match for a ladder match. You had Jomo and Ricochet for your high fly, and Biggie.
It was kind of like
big men, and
it was kind of like the Ultimate X match, where everything felt cohesive. Everyone had an important part to play. It didn't feel like anyone was out of place. It felt like everyone had a role. Everybody got their moment. Everybody got a chance to get over.
It felt like everyone had a chance of actually winning this briefcase.
Yeah.
Like, Ricochet Ricochet had some awesome moments, including that beautiful dive.
Oh my god, you talking about he got tossed up and then
rope.
He just rope steps, tope con hilos on top of...
The height he had.
I don't know how he
was crazy. How did he get that high?
I don't know. He's not human.
Kevin Owens getting powerbombed through a ladder on the outside.
Did you see him do a fucking springboard moonsault on top of the ladder? I believe onto Seth and John.
Yeah, and he just ate that fucking ladder.
Oh my god!
You took it, bro.
Yeah, it was just I loved the Johnny Drip Drip and the Drip God.
The drip stick
looked like they were gonna have a drip off, but instead they were like, "Nah, you're cool and you're cool. We like each other. Let's go beat everybody up." I was like, okay, I love a good heel and a healer. Like, we're both really cool.
My favorite.
And let's go beat everybody up. I love shit like that.
My favorite moment of the match is where John Morrison gets one of his big spots in the match where Drew is on a fucking ladder and all he has to do is do a simple 450. And of course, if Morrison, he's always got to add some other bullshit. He fucked it up. Can't go one Morrison match without him fucking up something.
He's going for the 450 elbow drop, which I believe he had a name for it in Impact. I forget what it was called. And Drew's on a ladder, and you say, if it would have worked out, it would have been a really cool spot. Instead, Jomo
Yeah, that
barely
describes Morrison in a fucking nutshell. If it worked out in theory, his shit would have looked cool. But since it's being done by fucking Morrison, fucking course it's gonna look like shit.
I love John.
A game theory.
John Morrison did have another funny spot where he blasted Nakamura in the face
with the dripstick.
With the dripstick.
Oh, the dripstick.
So that took Nakamura out of this match. Seth Rollins had some really good spots in this. Just being
honestly, I thought he was going to win.
Weasel.
Fucking Riddle hit 2 RKOs, and then
the RKOs are awesome.
He did the fucking taunt, and then Seth just stomps his ass. That was my favorite.
Riddle's RKOs are really good.
Yeah, he's very good.
There was a crazy little flurry at the beginning of people just jumping. Ricochet, I think, jumped over John Morrison to the outside. Matt Riddle doing an Asahi floating bro. That was really cool. Again, everybody had something to do. Big E spearing Drew through the second rope. Drew looked like a beast.
Drew hit a double Claymore in this match.
Yeah, Drew did hit a double Claymore. That was really good. That was, I think that was Nakamura and somebody else were going at it. It was Nakamura and Matt Riddle who had a really cool, little flurry of offense for a few seconds. I was like, give me Matt Riddle and Nakamura, please. Also, Nakamura in the white is so clean.
I'm so
clean.
Pissed that he never wore this at New Japan. Because this is one of his best looks.
Well, because there's a reason for that, Sahaya.
Why?
He didn't have Rick Boogs.
If you ever bring up that motherfucker's name in the same breath of Nakamura, I will fucking kill you.
I'm Rick Boogs. Oh, he's so funny. I love Rick Boogs.
I hate this.
I love Rick Boogs and Nakamura together.
I hate it so much.
But he's Rick Boogs.
Nakamura used to be the coolest. Nakamura used to be the coolest wrestler ever.
He still is. Fuck! He's King Nakamura. He's got his own personal guitarist. The crowd still love him.
He doesn't need this fucking dickwad.
Rick Boogs.
This is bullshit.
So, just crazy shit just left and right in during this match. Of course, the ending.
Yeah.
Big E with the big ending.
Well,
off the ladder. Holy shit.
Well, the ending is Owens is currently, he stuns pretty much everyone. He starts to climb the ladder, someone stops him, he stuns him. Climbs the ladder, he stuns him. Ricochet stops him at one point, tries to go to a stunner on Ricochet, but Ricochet counters it, but gets caught. Pop-up powerbomb of death. Looks like Owens has finally got it. No one here to stop him. But oh no, here comes Seth, who proceeds to fucking murder Kevin Owens by powerbombing him right on his neck through a ladder. God bless Owens. Fuck, dude.
Hey, are we forgetting the part where Drew almost won, but then all of a sudden out came Veer and Shanky?
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, Jinder Mahal interfered to take Drew out of this, which really scared me because I was like, oh, it's the WWE thing where guy gets taken out of the ladder match and we forget, and then up here he comes, and he's gonna win.
He's pretty much taken out.
Drew was taken out, and he was gone.
Yep.
And that was to me, that was the pleasantest surprise because a lot of people feared that we were just gonna have Drew win the briefcase and blah, 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 blah. And now that did not happen.
And now
instead,
he
had an amazing finish to this match.
And now he can go feud with Jinder for whoever could possibly.
Yeah, with the Bollywood boys on steroids.
Yeah. Owens dead. Rollins pretty much all alone. No one can stop him. It looks like Seth's finally gonna get his chance that he wants. Until who stops him? None other than Big E, who then proceeds to grab Seth Rollins mid-climb up nearly at the top of the ladder and proceeds to give him the biggest ending of all time. Seth just smashes into the mat.
And then, legitimately, if not the moment of the night, except for what happens in our main event, we'll get to that.
This made me so happy.
Big E
this made me so happy.
Wins the Money in the Bank ladder match. Holy shit, it's about time.
A pleasant surprise.
Let's begin the Big E cash-in for WrestleMania against Roman Reigns, because I think we're getting an RVD-style cash-in between Roman and Big E, where Big E's going to call his shot for the main event of WrestleMania. I've been saying it for so long. I thought it might have happened at SummerSlam, but instead Bill Goldberg. But fuck it, whatever.
Well-
I will wait until WrestleMania for Big E to get his moment in front of the crowd, as big as a WrestleMania crowd. And they gave him so much time to like bask in this victory. You know, the crowd hot. So hot, you could see it in Big E's face. He was taken back with emotion. What a moment.
Yeah, just absolutely.
And a rightful guy to win it, too. Like, out of everyone, he was my pick to win, because he deserved it more than anybody else. It's Big E's time.
You just see just how, like, fucking beloved Big E is, because all of fucking Twitter and just everyone in the crowd, online,
Not just the
everywhere.
crowd, but, like, the NWA put out a congratulations Big E tweet. GCW put out a congratulations Big E tweet. AEW wrestlers congratulating Big E. It just shows how much this guy is loved by everyone in the wrestling world. Again, it's the same testament to Kofi and to X. These three guys are bulletproof in the sense that they are just genuinely good people that everybody wants to see succeed, and it's Big E's fucking time.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Well,
Oh yeah, Hunt. This ladder match won top 5 Money in the Bank men's ladder matches. For
yeah, this was fucking crazy. I loved it.
Everybody had something to do. Comedy aspects of it were good with the dripstick and like I said, with Seth and Jomo having their little confrontation, which I thought was good.
Come on, dripster.
Also, I have also forgotten to mention that I won $24 courtesy of DraftKings by getting 9 out of 10 corrections right during Money in the Bank. So I made a little.
Wait,
money.
which one did you miss? Oh, right, probably the women's Money in the Bank.
No, I missed who would touch the briefcase in the men's match first. I thought it was going to be Seth. It turned out to be John Morrison. I didn't even. I'm trying so hard to pay attention. But yeah,
What
so
kind
your
of
boy,
fucking question is that?
like hard questions. You know, they really want you to work for that money. And it did. So yeah, your boy $24 richer. Thanks, DraftKings.
Yeah.
We're not sponsored, but sponsor us. Sure, why not?
Main event time!
It's main event time.
It is time for the match that everyone has been waiting for. Last
Rated R Superstar.
3 months ago, Roman beat Edge. Like, killed him. Like, left him out for dead. And now Edge is like, now I can
You didn't beat me.
Now I can beat you.
Now you can beat me. You didn't beat me before.
You didn't beat me. I beat myself. But now I'm gonna beat you.
You know, there was another guy in that match.
We don't talk about him.
We don't talk about him anymore.
So, yeah, Edge pretty much getting a second chance against Roman Reigns here. He's like, I can see the fear in your eyes. Like, I'm going to be the one.
I can see the fear in your eye.
So, this was about...
Comes out... Hold on, well, Edge comes out, really nice pop.
Yeah.
Good for Edge.
Mm-hmm.
And then the most cursed thing I've ever seen in my life.
What?
Was this Roman Reigns VR... Roman Reigns.
What? Is it the one with him with the shirt and he's
I'm terrified. It moves. So creepy. It's disturbing. I don't want to ever see this again. This thing is cursed. Get it off of my screen. Why does it move? Why does it open its mouth? No.
So
You said no.
Edge comes out. He gets a nice pop. Roman comes out. He gets a very good pop as well. A much better one than he got at WrestleMania. So this was about as basic in structure of a WWE main event as you can get.
I don't think anything was
really enjoyed
terrible. There was nothing terrible about it, but I think the hype behind it didn't live up to the...
I liked it.
So I liked it. I liked it too.
I don't know.
But it's
this
like
beginning portion with the headlocks.
This was very again. It's a very WWE.
They're coming off of this ladder match.
The main event structure of it, like So it's basically two guys start off. Obviously, the they start like shoulder tackling each other.
Also, they start off doing one of my least favorite wrestling tropes in a blood feud.
Collar and elbow tie.
You hate me. It's collar and elbow tie.
Yeah. Collar and elbow.
Yeah.
No, I thoroughly expected this to start with like Roman and like Paulie talking, and then Edge hits a spear, close to count, and then we start the ball roll. Like instead, they like. I mean, it's wrestling. It sounds stupid to say, but like they wrestled.
They're pretty much hot dogging for like the first.
Their wrestling
5
wasn't very entertaining because Roman was very much laying in rest holds. I don't know if laying in rest holds is what you want to do in the first 3 minutes of the match.
So it was basically just both of them hot dogging for like a good 5 minutes of the match.
Yeah.
Edge gets the better of Roman for at the beginning. He starts showing like, oh, he's the veteran in this match. Like he knows a few tricks that Roman doesn't. He's getting the better of him. Blah blah blah. Of course, Roman starts to make his comeback. Roman does his signature shit talking and all that other junk. He's beating up Edge. He's got him in rest holds. He's saying, I'm gonna lay on this motherfucker all night long. He's going.
I'm gonna beat that bitch.
Yeah. He's going the full 9 yards on this one. Obviously, Edge starts to make a bit of a comeback. He hits his usual shtick, the flapjack, the Edge-o-matic, the execution, all that.
All the edges.
Yeah, all the edges. I'm
Razor,
pissed.
The Ego's Edge.
He didn't hit the winning Edge, and I was pissed about it.
The Brooklyn's Edge.
He didn't hit the winning Edge, and I was pissed about that.
He didn't lock in an educator either.
Yeah, that sucked. But
I
then,
don't think he knows how to do it anymore.
after that, this whole match started to fucking break down.
Yep. All of a sudden,
Right.
Roman goes to tackle Edge. Edge falls down and chop blocks Charles Robinson. Doesn't go for the pin. What an idiot.
Roman Superman punches Edge. Edge
there it
then
is.
proceeds
Superman. Then he hits a chop block on Charles. Again, doesn't go for the pin. What an idiot. I mean, you always go for the pin after the chop block. He could have easily beaten Charles Robinson.
Can't pin the ref!
Yeah, you can just have another ref come out, and then Edge would have won the Universal title. It's as easy as
No,
that.
it's not how it works. Charles is in the match. He's not in the match.
Yeah. What do you mean he's not in the match? He's in the match.
He's the referee!
Yeah, that's his gimmick. So he could have easily lost by the chop block. New Universal Champion Edge. Edge is an idiot. Charles Robinson gets taken out. Here comes a new ref. I don't know why he was allowed in this match all of a sudden. That's an interference.
No. So that's not what happened. So, fucking Charles is out. And he's out for, like, 5 minutes.
He's out, and here comes the Goon Squad to take him away.
And there's no referee for, like, for the next 7 minutes of this match. There is no referee whatsoever. So, obviously, Roman tries to cheat. He tries to go for the steel bar and steel chair, the thing that Edge has been using against his cousins lately. Tries to go for a crossface. Edge is like, no. That's my thing. Locks the crossface on Roman. And he's got that in for like a good 2 minutes while Charles is getting fucking rolled out of the ring and getting checked on.
Then, out of the corner of the camera's eye, a figure emerges from the crowd. And I guess there was technically a promo that we didn't mention that leads into this beforehand, where Seth Rollins pretty much declared himself next in line for whoever is Universal Champion, continuing to blame Edge for his shortcomings.
Next in
and
line.
Here's Seth.
Yeah, Seth comes out, super kicks Edge in the back of the head, knocks him out. Roman then tries to... Did he hit him with the Superman punch again? Or...
It wasn't a spear, so...
Yeah, he hit him with something.
Yeah.
And got a 2 count off of it.
Got a 2 count. All of a sudden... Oh no, wait, before Seth, the Usos tried to come in. They get attacked by the Mysterios.
Oh yeah, that's right. But that was while he was. But they were like, that was while Edge had him in the crossface.
So they're taken out, so that's why the Usos don't get to be involved anymore. All of a sudden, referee now back in the ring. The match is getting itself back in motion. By this point, getting into the match a little bit more, because, I thought the shenanigan aspect of it helped. I didn't think we needed double Seth Rollins interference, which leads us to the finish.
Yeah, so Roman hits him with another thing. He kicks out. I think Edge hit him with the spear at one point.
Edge hit him with one spear,
and it got a 2 count.
He gets him with another one later on. That's not enough.
So Edge tries to go into the corner again. He's setting him up for another.
Here
But
comes Seth Rollins.
Seth for a second time. Edge ready for no, fights him off, but oh no, out of nowhere.
Turns around.
Spear.
1, 2, 3.
Roman
Reigns is still your champion. The ending could have been better. I think if this would have been the one spot with the Roman,
ending was alright.
If there would have only been one Seth interference, I think it would have been better. I didn't get so Seth interfered, and then he ran away, and then he just ran back out again.
What makes
What did he get? Did he get to the back and was like, "Oh shit, he's back up again. I guess I gotta go back out there."
What makes this
I like to think that was like a miscommunication in the times.
What makes it even better? What makes it even better is that after the match, Roman and Seth are in the middle of the ring and they're staring down. They're staring down at each other, and then Edge just blindsides Seth from behind, and Edge and Seth are just fighting, and Roman's just looking on like, all right, not my problem anymore.
I mean, clearly, before we get to the moment, thoughts of the stare down. Where do you think that's leading to? People have thought Mania, just in case the Rock thing doesn't happen. Do you see babyface Seth and Roman?
I'm thinking how to see babyface Seth Rollins.
Well, they've been clearly teasing for a little bit now. Seth Roman.
Seth wants Roman.
Yeah, so where does that happen? And when it happens, what happens?
I have no idea. Because
Seth gonna be
those are your two top heels at the moment.
Unless does Seth get drafted and then maybe he wins the Rumble again and then goes after Roman. But then again, I really want it to be Big E and Roman. Or this could just be teasing for the sake of teasing. I'm very interested in the possibility of this Seth Roman, because they've been wanting to do this match for a very long time.
I feel like at this point, I don't know if anyone's going to cheer Seth over Roman, and that's the issue.
Yeah.
But I could see Seth being the guy that gets Roman back to the babyface position. Maybe
that's what I was thinking. If
he doesn't have to be babyface Roman that he was before. He could still be babyface Roman, but with the badass edge to it.
Right.
And I think Seth is a good catalyst for that. But then it's but Big E, unless Big E's going to go after Bobby.
Which people have said that could happen, considering what has been happening with the New Day. They have been speculating that could be a thing that they're gonna be doing.
As long as Big E gets one of these world titles, I have no problem with it.
Right.
I'm just interested about Seth and Roman and how that's going to work out with the fans and their characters. But enough about that, because top 3 pops of all time is about to happen. Roman gets on the mic. There's still a few seconds left. He's kind of just disgusted about what happened.
No, he just pretty much says
he's before he gets, he's just all right, those two idiots are fighting, whatever. Paul, get me a fucking
will
mic.
Acknowledge me.
He says everyone will finally acknowledge me, and then it's the fucking man, it's John Cena.
Get him some
Crowd
fucking
loses their
And
shit.
holy shit, was this pop? Like,
Even though this was very, very, everyone could have saw this one coming.
everyone saw it, but at the same time, I think it happening was what people. Because remember, we knew it was happening, and then last week, it was announced that he was going to be busy in August shooting a new movie for director Steven Soderbergh. People, here's the thing. I'm going to be a bit of a film buff for a few seconds here. Steven Soderbergh. If you've never watched a Steven Soderbergh movie before in your life, if you don't understand the concept of an ensemble cast type of movie, where it's a bunch of names and everybody's has like a small role in a larger storyline, this is not an action movie. This is not a fast movie. John Cena is not going to be doing giant ass bumping and stunt work. He's actually going to be acting. That's the kind of movie Steven Soderbergh writes. These are not action movies. These are like lighthearted, like a slice of life or like comedy, maybe even a bit of a spy type of deal with the newest movie he just came out with. Go check it out. No Sudden Move on HBO Max. This is not the kind of movie that's going to affect him being able to wrestle. He's not like The Rock, where The Rock's entire career as of right now is he does an action movie. John wants to clearly be something different than the other two between Batista and Dwayne. So he's doing a Steven Soderbergh movie. So all the people that were worried that he isn't going to make it, I knew he was going to be able to make it, because the movie is not going to be too hard on him body-wise, that he can still wrestle. So, yeah, everybody knew it could happen, but some people didn't think it was going to happen because of the movie he chose. Well, now you're all got egg on your faces, because John Cena's back, and I can't be happier. And this pop was insane, and credit to Michael Cole literally losing his fucking voice, and shout-outs to Pat McAfee for when Michael Cole said, John Cena's here, and Pat McAfee said, where is he? I can't see him.
Where is he? I can't see him.
Where is he? I don't see him. Pat McAfee is a godsend to commentary right now. Shout-outs to Pat McAfee. Michael Cole even giving him credit on his own show, saying that Pat McAfee has rejuvenized Michael Cole's passion for commentary. And like I said before, when Michael Cole is on his game, he's very good. When he's not just being like puppet Michael Cole with a mouthpiece, like with Vince in his ear, the dude can do good shit. I mean, we've seen it with him and Taz and him and JBL, and when he's done like the UK tournaments. So awesome. I thoroughly don't even know if Pat or Michael knew that John was coming out, because that sounded like a genuine reaction by Michael Cole.
The best surprises are when literally no one knows them. The best reactions are when people don't know.
And this was one of those top 5 reaction, like, just entirely, like, he runs to the ring, he doesn't even talk. There is no talking. He gets in the ring, he steps up to Roman, says, you can't see me, and the show ends. And from him coming out to the show ending, this crowd did not stop cheering.
I can just imagine the fact that they probably have, like, Cena in, like, a hoodie or something, or they're just hiding him out until the ending of the show, to where legit no one knows that he's gonna be there.
What a phenomenal ending. The people who are going to remember this. Like, you wanted to have the whole, like, the pandemic is, like, behind us to an extent, or at least, like, hey, let's not, like, worry about it too much. We're putting on this show, and we want everybody to be invested again, and this is the kind of ending that you needed, and God, I've missed John Cena. And to anybody out there who still have the opinion that he can't work, and he's boring, and he sucks on the mic, and he can only do 5 moves. Delete me. Even if you don't have me on Twitter or anywhere else. Delete yourself from my world.
2008? Who the fuck is saying these things that
don't...
Oh,
there were quite a few people on Twitter that were very publicly against the John Cena.
Invalid.
Bro, like, come on. It's like
coming back,
it's
and I'm like, how are we
2021.
still at this point where we don't think he is, if not really the honest to God real face of the WWE? He's Mount Rushmore. There's no doubt in my mind.
No doubt about it.
You can't say WWE Mount Rushmore and Cena is not on there with The Rock and Austin and Hogan.
Well, there you just listed your whole Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, because those are the four people that, look at Cena goes away for 2 years. He comes back and the reaction he gets, it's just like the whole Cena sucks thing is now like part of the whole act and the meme of it all. Like everybody's in on it. And he proved it during that US title run that he can go in the ring when he's not hampered by being like the main guy and he has to do this kind of style. I don't get the Cena hate. I just don't get it. Because, like, if The Rock showed up, everybody'd be fucking saying great shit. If, like, Austin showed up, everybody'd be saying great stuff. But Cena gets this awful, reaction still sometimes from people that just don't get it. And it's like, dude, you just don't get it then. Like, you don't understand. And if that's the case, maybe this isn't for you. Maybe you shouldn't be a wrestling fan. Because Cena is an all-around perfect wrestler. His promos, the cadence, his personality, the way he handles himself inside and outside the ring. His wrestling can back it up when he wants to. The dude is a phenomenal storyteller. I don't get the Cena hate.
Yeah, I thought it was a good. Okay.
I think one of the only reasons I hate him is because of the fact that he said he wouldn't go into the fucking movie stuff like Dwayne did, and then he did that, and people got mad at him.
But that's why this feud with Roman is going to be good, because Roman's going to bring that up. Roman is going to bring up, hey, John, remember when you told my uncle or cousin, I don't know how the relationship goes. Is it uncle? Is Roman his uncle or his cousin? Cousin? Alright, so Roman's gonna be like, remember when you told my cousin all those years ago, you know why you suck? Or like, you know why you don't care anymore? Because you left and I stayed. It's gonna be great when Roman's like, remember when you said that? Well, now look in the fucking mirror. This is going to be such a good feud for the rest of the summer between Cena and Roman. The promos alone, this new Roman is so much different from the Roman that Cena fought 3 years ago.
Show him the art, Krem.
What?
Well, they can't see it.
Well, the art. No, I'm talking about YouTube. Show him, the art of Roman and Cena.
Oh, the art that Bruno has.
Yeah.
I get it. We'll keep talking. I'll get it here in a bit. Don't worry.
I thought it was a great way to end the show. Thought it was a good ovation for Cena. It's what Raw needs at this moment.
Well, it looks like he's going to SmackDown.
Whatever. I can't say I'm very surprised because it's been touted for months now that he's pretty much coming back in.
But it's just night and day. You look at Cena coming back and the amazing reaction, and then you look at Goldberg.
What are you talking about? Big time Goldberg, Bobby Lashley feud? You can't say you're not excited for that? But
no, because I know Cena's here for a long haul and not just a paycheck, because he still gives a shit. Goldberg is here for a match, a paycheck, and to go home, and something about his fat kid.
Battle of the Spears.
We already got that!
But Goldberg's got to protect his image for the kids.
Goldberg's only here because they couldn't get Brock Lesnar, and you can't change my opinion on that.
The almighty Goldberg.
Fuck it. All in all, minus the poorly booked women's Money in the Bank ladder match, all in all, if this is the return to form pay-per-view wise, again, WWE proves that when the pay-per-views are on, they bring it, and I don't have to watch the weekly TV. Thank God. So I give A minus to this pay-per-view.
A minus.
I thought this was a pretty good pay-per-view. I enjoyed a lot of stuff. I thought Charlotte and Rhea had a banger of a match. I thought the Money in the Bank ladder match was insane. Everything the Money in the Bank ladder match should have happened. I thought Omos was fucking phenomenal. And I thought Bobby Lashley was great as well.
Oh, shit! I forgot the biggest thing about the show.
What?
The biggest thing about the show, Zahaya.
What?
I can't believe it. It's dead.
Ricochet in pants?
Ricochet is not in pants anymore.
Yeah.
Fucking
Let's go. The baby.
Da baby. I can't
baby.
believe it. He came out and he was in wrestling attire. Zahaya, it's over.
Yeah,
it's over.
The meme is dead. The meme is dead.
No, what am I supposed to end the show on now?
I don't know. You better figure out in like the next 5 minutes.
Oh no.
Yeah,
The evil is mine.
yeah,
Oh no.
But
no.
But yeah, overall, I had a really fun time with this pay-per-view. The stuff that I didn't
This
like.
entire weekend of wrestling was
Yeah, it
great.
was very good.
Absolutely.
This very good week of wrestling. I hope.
A very good week, and we have one to look forward to coming up.
Yep. Very much ready to keep this train rolling. So all in all, I would give Money in the Bank probably a B+, probably get an A, but they didn't have big LG Captain Dangley, so it kind of lowers
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Sorry, I
Not
vomited.
enough Luke Gallows.
So,
Sorry, I vomited.
with that said, that's gonna about do it for us here on the Four Post Massacre Podcast. Crim!
All right. If you haven't seen my stuff, please go check out Wattpad and see all my work on there. I truly hold it near and dear to my heart. Check out my YouTube channel. I upload shit. Yeah, Colleague of Nations. Check them out too. Check all of us out.
You got a Twitter?
Yeah, I got a Twitter. Yeah, I got a Twitter. More for personal use now these days. And check out these two wonderful men over here, Adam Zahaya, and check out these two assholes over here, Rick and Moore.
Suck on my dick.
Rick and
Go on
Morty.
TV.
I love Rick.
Rick
I love Rick and Morty.
Rick and
I hate you. I hate you.
yeah. Had a fun time doing all this. Really glad you guys got me on for this.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna have you on to do All Out if you're gonna be there live. I want to know your
Definitely, I will definitely be there.
Definitely gonna have you back on when that happens to have an on the site opinion.
Yep.
Zahaya, go ahead, do your thing.
So, with that being said, Krim, it was very nice to have you on here, and we are very glad that
Pleasure.
all of you stuck around and enjoyed this episode of the Four Post Massacre Podcast. Adam, is there anything substantial you would like to add towards the end of this podcast?
Yes. As we mentioned, we have another big week of wrestling coming to you, but in a different vein, in a different light. While we still have our great Dynamite coming up and Impact Fallout and I don't know whatever the fuck SmackDown's gonna do because they're just rerunning last week's SmackDown all over again for some reason, whatever. This week is a huge, huge, important milestone for independent wrestling with this GCW homecoming event. This Matt Cardona and Nick Gage thing, might be the second hottest wrestling angle going on behind Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page. You never thought you would say that about Matt Cardona or Nick Gage or together. The fact that there's a possibility of Kenny Omega showing up, please find a way. I know it's on Fight TV. These shows are not expensive. They're like $15 or $20. You get the whole weekend, or you get 3 shows. You probably pay like $60. You're going to get JCW, who, again, all these young, prosperous talents that are going to, in the next few years, be on your TV. Mark my words. They're going to be showcased. Both of these GCW cards are going to be loaded with plenty of talent that and you haven't seen in a long time. Like I said, Two Cold Scorpio's there, and the man is still killing it in his, 50s, or is he in his late 40s? He's got to be old.
He's like 50.
You got a few AEW stars showing up. See Matt Cardona in a death match. Please, if you can, and because we're also going to be talking about it, find a way to watch those shows however you can. Support independent wrestling. It is the lifeblood and the backbone of wrestling right now, because these are the people that are going to be, shaping what these other companies are going to look like in the next few years. So go out of your way, do something about it. Ricochet, not in pants.
And fuck Michael Elgin.
And fuck Michael Elgin.
All right.
Bye, Chad's Ranch.
But that's it for me, Chief Keith J. Strongbow, signing out.
All right. We'll see you later, guys.